What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Ria Fran giving you that Friday energy on a Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. We have a wonderful episode for you today. We have Danielle Fishel on today's episode, and she is so fantastic. We sat down with her for about an hour, and we just could talk to her all day long. She is the best. We also have a great game of trivia, and we have the popcorner. So this is a stacked episode, but before we get into all of that, we got to cover some topics. Protein is deliciously easy with one Hershey's double chocolate, made with 18 grams of protein and only 1 gram of sugar to deliciously fuel your day. I love when we're traveling and I stop in a little store at the airport and I see a one protein bar and I pick that up as my snack on the way to go. Maybe I'm on the plane and I get hungry, or I'm in the car and we're traveling here and there to the next thing and I have my one protein bar ready to go. If everything just got delicious, the protein just got delicious with one Hershey's double chocolate, and it's made with Hershey's cocoa. So try one's other delicious flavors. There's Reese's peanut butter lovers, there's Hershey's cookies and cream, and their iconic one maple glazed donut and one birthday cake flavors. They're all delicious. I love the one Reese's peanut butters lover. That is my favorite, but also love all the Hershey's as well. So try new one Hershey's double chocolate protein bar, because protein just got delicious. There's some things being released. We have release dates. There's movies. There's TV. We're all very excited for the new year. And on top of that, congratulations to Dolores Catania, because she is now engaged, which I wonder if she'll continue to go by Dolores Catania now that she will have a new husband and not Frank.
What's Paulie's last name?
Something Irish.
Gotta be.
It's got to be something Irish.
It's got to be something Irish for sure. Paulie's last name is Connell. Checks out.
Yeah.
Paulie Connell. Dolores Connell. No, she's Dolores Catania. She's kept it for this long, you know?
Right.
Like, it's not like she got rid of it when her and Frank got divorced and went back
and
to...
she'll have the same last name as her kids.
Exactly.
So it's kind of like,
yeah,
it's just a family name at this point.
Yep.
But a huge congratulations to Dolores. 11 carat ring. It's a big sucker.
It's a big sucker. He did propose at the Apple Store, which I know had a lot of people like, I'm sorry, what? Why did he propose in an Apple Store? They met in an Apple Store. So bringing it full circle, making the Apple Store romantic again, trying to find the romance in technology.
Listen, I think upon first viewing, everybody was confused.
Right.
Why the hell would he propose in an Apple Store? And Dolores would never like such an engagement in an Apple Store. But to find out that that's where they met, it all makes sense. It all comes together. Maybe it was like, oh, I think you need a new phone, or I think I need a new phone. You want to come with me? We got to upgrade to the 17 Pro. Then they get there.
Right.
Dolores is like, wait, I'm not getting the 17 Pro, but you are getting an 11 carat ring.
Exactly. And it did seem like he had everything planned with the employees and everything. So it's not even, I don't know if anyone was like at the Genius Bar getting their laptop fixed and turned around and Dolores was getting engaged. You know, I think maybe they had the place to themselves. But it was at the Apple Store in Woodcliff Lake, New Jersey, which I can only imagine, you know, the vibes. Probably, I'd assume it's in a mall. I don't know for sure.
A lot of Apple stores are in malls. Extremely romantic. Now, I will say Dolores and her son Frankie will now be planning a wedding at the same time.
Yeah, that's so true.
Which will be, I bet, a little confusing.
Yeah.
And if they are to bring back Housewives of New Jersey, I would love to see this unfold.
Yeah.
How is Dolores going to plan a wedding the same time that she's helping her son plan a wedding?
You're so right. It is time for them to pick up these damn cameras. I know that, and you know, we'll get it. We'll get it in some form because Dolores will find her way onto our TVs, and she's going to have a little thing on Rhode Island, which will be exciting. But really, I feel like getting New Jersey back would be best case scenario for seeing this all plan out, because you would think they'd have the cameras rolling for this, you know, but it's
right. We need it up. I'm headed to BravoCon this weekend, so I'm wondering if I run into them.
Ooh.
Or maybe somebody on stage will maybe slip a secret out.
I was going to say, maybe you just ask Dolores directly. Paulie did say, I could have proposed on a yacht in Greece. I could have rented a grand hall, invited 400 people and asked her to marry me with fireworks in the background, but that's not who we are. I didn't want anything over the top and staged because we're a humble couple. I wanted to feel grounded and natural and organic. Plus, I wanted the element of surprise, and believe me, I had the element of surprise, which is so true and such a great point. Like some extravagant vacation, fancy night out, you maybe have a feeling. They just told Dolores that she had a meeting that afternoon. She needed to be ready for. So she was, makeup and hair and makeup were done. But then it was like, oh, let's just like stop at the Apple store quick. Or I think maybe they like faked the meeting being canceled, and Paulie was like, let's go pick up the new phone we need anyway.
We need the 17 Pro.
Yeah.
We got to get it.
She said she had no clue at all. She thought she was going to have to call an ambulance because he was sweating so badly.
Nervous.
Which is funny, but yeah, obviously thrown off the tracks. She thought she was going to do she actually thought she was going to do an interview. And so that's why she had hair and makeup done. And then they told her it was actually canceled, and she's ready to talk about it at BravoCon this weekend. So I'm sure she's going to be showing off that bad boy. I will say good timing on Paulie to do this before BravoCon. Yes.
Because she's going to get to show off that absolute rock all over Vegas.
I hope I see it in the light of day.
Yeah.
That would be an honor. But I really wish that, now that I'm thinking about it, that Haley would have done her makeup for this engagement. Because Haley, our makeup artist, has
but
been
she
doing,
wasn't in Rhode Island. She was in Jersey.
Yeah, exactly. But she had been doing Dolores' makeup.
Yeah.
And that would have been amazing if she was doing Dolores' makeup and all of a sudden Dolores got engaged. Like that would have been iconic.
That would have been.
I mean,
when you get a close up look at this bad boy, woo,
gorgeous, stunning.
So
Very happy for Dolores.
very, very. I couldn't be happier for her.
Huge
She's the most,
congratulations.
truly the most. Oh my God, moving this chair around. Most deserving of love.
Yes, and we need those cameras back up. We want Jersey back up and running. I feel like when they planted that seed about Joe and Teresa, it was a little plant of like, oh,
I hope so.
Oh,
Because
maybe
it was like they were bringing in. There
reconcile.
was also rumors they were bringing in all these new people. I don't know. They just gotta get a plan,
right,
and let us know.
decide what you're gonna do and tell the audience, because we're waiting.
Exactly.
On top of that, there's a couple of things that have been announced, which we're very excited about. Traitors is coming back January 8th, which is so exciting. Tell Me Lies is coming back January 13th. Having now shows that I will be able to watch week to week on Tuesday and Thursday genuinely fill me with so much excitement.
Yeah.
The fact that we will get to talk about Tell Me Lies every week.
Yeah.
And get to talk about Traitors every week right in the new year.
Yeah.
It's such a freaking treat.
Yep. I couldn't
If
agree
you
more.
watch both, and they'll probably go for the same length if you think about it, or maybe around the same time, and then we'll be upset when it ends.
10-ish episodes.
For those how many weeks that we're locked into both of these shows, it's going to be such a fucking ride. I cannot wait. And then on top of that, it was announced that Sabrina Carpenter is doing Alice in Wonderland musical film.
Yeah.
Which is the perfect casting.
Perfect casting. We also got the date for Devil Wears Prada too. May 1st.
We're getting all the dates.
They posted a little teaser. We're getting to the end of the year where they're like smacking us with, hey, here's what's coming next year, which is great. They posted a little teaser. My God, I hope it's good. Like rarely is a sequel better than the original, and even more rare when they wait a bajillion years and do it later. But I have a lot of faith in these two because Anne's so amazing and Meryl's so amazing. So I'm very excited to see what that looks like. That'll be May 1st. Right around, the Met Gala. I wonder if that was planned.
Ooh,
high fashion.
So true. The Met Gala, I think, is May 4th.
Yeah, right. So like right around that time.
Yeah, Monday, May 4th would be the Met Gala.
Yeah, so that's super exciting. And yes, the Sabrina thing is, I mean, I don't really know. It's the most duh thing I've ever seen. Like I saw that headline. It was like, she's going to star in Alice in Wonderland. I'm like, oh, duh. Why didn't we cast this years ago?
If she wasn't going to be Rapunzel, she's going to be Alice in Wonderland.
Absolutely. Like at first I thought Tangled, would be so great for her because the Tangled live action is being rumored. And I actually think I saw a ton of social media posts that were like, this White Lotus actress is
rumored to maybe do that. And everyone was thinking Haley Lou Richardson, which I love. But then also
to play
Rapunzel.
Really?
But then also I saw but then also where people were like, oh, or are they talking about who's from the last season? What's her name? Sarah Catherine Hook?
Yes.
Or her. But it was like,
neither of them scream Rapunzel to me.
I kind of see it more for Haley Lou, I think. Obviously it would have to be some sort of hair dye job or a wig of some sort.
Right. I guess maybe that's why I'm thinking of it. I'm like, neither of them have long hair.
Right. Which is like, you could immediately do. I mean, it's like Ariana Grande, we were like, how could she possibly play Glinda? She's a brunette. It's like, she did it just fine. You know?
That was pretty stupid of me, but
no, I think that's so fair. When you think of Rapunzel, your first thought is going to be like, who has long blonde hair that can play Rapunzel? You know? And so that came out, which is really exciting for Sabrina. And it's going to be live action, obviously.
Yeah, I would believe so.
Yeah. And I'm sure they'll get a stacked cast for that.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm I think, excited for Tell Me Lies and Traitors.
Yeah.
Those week to week, I feel like we're just going to be so excited every single week to watch both of those shows. This season of the Traitors cast is so good. Like, they have so many star players in this season that I think we're just going to be so captivated. I think they've done a great job teasing it. The people that have been on the show have made a couple comments here and there talking about how crazy it is. And then Tell Me Lies is just the most absurd show of all time. And you got all these fucked up kids running around. And we left off on such a cliffhanger.
I kind of forget. I need a refresh.
She gets the text in the mirror and she's going to get married. And she was sleeping with the teacher.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I just finished The Teacher by Frida McFadden, which I had started, I want to say a couple months back, and then I put it down for a little bit, and I picked it back up on the plane the other day, and I just finished it this week. My problem with that book is that the whole beginning, I was like, where is this going? You know, I kind of caught the vibe. And then right at the end, they just threw a bunch of shit in, and all of the good twists and turns were just right at the end. Oh. You know when the book does that?
Yeah. It's like all of a sudden, last chapter.
All of a sudden, in the last couple chapters, you're throwing all this in, no room for development.
Did it make the book better or worse?
I mean, better, but it was like...
Felt rushed.
And it was also just inappropriate as well. You know, get it? The teacher.
Yeah. I kind of figured it had something to do with...
Pick up what I'm putting down, especially since I just mentioned Tell Me Lies.
Yeah.
And I wasn't expecting a couple of the twists for sure. I definitely was taken by surprise. But I was like, we couldn't have had these twists a little bit earlier on in the book. Right, because I'm reading, wondering when we're going to get to this. Yeah. And then boom, everything came flying at me. And then
it just ends.
And I closed my Kindle up. I said, I have no idea how to digest any of that.
Yeah.
And Matt was like, tell me what happened. Because when I read, he likes to hear about it from me, but he's not going to pick it up and read.
Fair.
So I'm like, Matt,
you're not even going to believe it.
Can't even tell you.
Yeah.
And I need a couple days to digest this.
Fair.
So that's how I felt about that book. And now we'll be on to the next Frida McFadden book because my goal is to now read them all. And they're all pretty similar.
How many does she have?
A lot.
And
they're all called something like that, right? Like I read
The Housemaid,
the Boyfriend, the Teacher. There's the Tenant. There's the Coworker. Like there's a lot of those. And they all have the same gist. I do love them. My least favorite I read was Never Lie. And people love that one. They love Never Lie. I think that might have been my least favorite out of all of them. But anyways.
No, but you're right. I can't wait for those shows to come back, pick up from that cliffhanger. And every time I see a picture of the Traitors cast, it does remind me of how amazing this cast is going to be. I kind of you kind of forget, and then you see it and you're like, holy shit, I forgot all these people are going to be on. Like, seeing Donna Kelsey and Mark Ball, like all these names, I'm like, especially after watching Dancing with the Stars now with Mark being on it and knowing that he'd filmed this before, it's all very interesting. So can't wait for it all to come back.
I'm very excited. The new year is going to be off to a great start. So excited for all of that. And I'm so excited for the rest of this episode. We have such a fun episode today. Danielle cannot emphasize enough how amazing she is. I feel like I can talk to her for hours. All I want to do is listen to her talk.
Same.
So you guys,
she probably has the best stories.
She does. You guys will love, love, love this interview. And we have the pop corner and a great game of trivia. So let's get into it. Truly Hard Seltzer is all about fun, refreshing variety in a bubbly, effervescent, light style to get you and your people in a lively party mood. And that's what happens at our live shows. You break out a Truly and we are in the mood. We are in a lively mood. I just tried the blueberry flavor for the first time the other night because usually I'm a wild berry or cherry girl. Those are my two favorite flavors. But now I got blueberry in the mix, which is in my hand right now. It is so delicious. I think it might make its way to my new favorite flavor. And right now they have the new Celebration Pack, which is a limited time variety pack made to celebrate this fall. It has 4 juicy flavors: peach party, citrus spark, Prosecco style, and rosé style. They are also delicious. I think in that pack, my favorite is the citrus spark. It is so delicious. And when we go to our live shows and you guys are in the audience holding up your Truly in the air like I am right now, we just can't get enough. So go grab your Truly Hard Seltzer at your favorite store or bar, or visit www.trulyhardseltzer.com and use the Truly Finder to find it near you. All right, let's get into the pop corner where we're taking your hot takes, your voicemails, your opinions. Let's get into it.
Hi, Ria. Hi, Fran. I'm just calling because I had this thought the other night when I saw Kyle Richards at Kris Jenner's birthday party. I feel like Kyle Richards being on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, like, waters down her brand almost. Like, she gets stuck in the mud with these women who, like, are, like, it's below her. Like, she could live such a chic life, like, amongst the wealthiest, the greats, like the Kardashians, the Bezos, the this, the that. And, like, her family has a lot of money, and, like, Mauricio has a lot of money, and she's made a lot of money, and whatever. And, like, I feel like she gets stuck in the mud on Real Houses of Beverly Hills, getting into these petty fights, and just, like, it waters her down as, like, a cool celebrity that she could be. Like, she could be this, like, celebrity MILF, and, like, just, like, a really cool, chic mom. And I feel like being on the show, like, takes away from that for her. I don't know. I just feel like I see her gallivanting amongst, like, the richest, the coolest, the this, the that, and, like, she should be that. But in my brain, she, like, is less because she's on Beverly Hills. I don't know. Maybe that's, like, a wrong or weird take. Let me know what you guys think.
It's certainly a hot take. I don't know how I feel about that because she really is like the face of Beverly Hills and has been on for so long. It's not like she's had, and granted, she's had prior to that and acted like she had an amazing career and has had some iconic roles. But that in between time, like before Beverly Hills, like that catapulted her back into it.
I totally agree. I don't necessarily agree with this take, although I love you having an opinion like this.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're talking about the Kardashians. Like, the Kardashians started from reality TV.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, the
yeah,
Kardashians are known from being on reality TV.
Right.
I feel like she's in the mix sort of because she was on reality TV, although she had a great career prior. I feel like if she's hanging out with these people, she's already hanging out with them. You know, it's not like, oh, if she were to stop reality TV, she could start hanging out with these people.
Totally.
She's already hanging out with them.
Totally.
So, and her brand is so Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. She's been on it for so long. It's like been her life. So I don't agree. If she, like you said, if she had just started a couple of years ago,
and it's like, why is she doing this?
Why is she doing this? She doesn't need to do it. This was her, like,
she's the face of the show, really,
for a long period of time.
And her family is like,
yes.
So the family has had so much to do with the show too, and has brought them back into the conversation. If you really think about it, like, Kathy Hilton's probably somebody that doesn't need to be doing the show, and she's doing it, you know? So it's like they're all doing it together.
And when it comes to Beverly Hills, you need these kinds of people on the show to make it Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Yeah. Because it is the people hanging out with the rich and famous, which makes it interesting.
Absolutely. And I don't think, like, I don't know, it was obviously a very iconic guest list at Kris Jenner's party, but I don't think anyone's like, oh, reality star Kyle Richards.
It's like reality stars the Kardashians. Like, that's we started from that for sure.
Hi, Ria. Hi, Fran. Hi, Noah. And hi, Olive, if she's in the office. I was just scrolling on my phone and saw something that I guess Miles Teller said that he didn't know if he was going to be invited to Taylor Swift's wedding or not. And I gasped. Like, I don't know if I've been under a rock and like haven't seen anything. I know I haven't really seen them together with her in a little bit, but I would imagine they would be invited to the wedding. So his kind of response of being like, yeah, I don't know if I'll be invited to the wedding is a little like fishy to me. It makes me feel like something happened. I don't know. But yeah, I'd love to know if you guys have heard anything about this and I've missed it, or just your opinions on maybe what happened. I mean, for God's sake, Kelly or Keleigh, however you pronounce her name, bought Taylor Swift a gorgeous ring. That was like her and Travis's birthstones. So yeah, definitely really weird, and want to see what you guys think about that. All right. Bye guys. Have a good rest of your week. Love listening to you.
Yeah, I don't know what happened
Something
between
happened.
Keleigh Teller and Taylor Swift,
Yeah,
but something
happened.
must have happened.
100% something happened.
They were hip and hip, hand in hand.
Yeah.
She brought Keleigh Teller as her guest to award shows. Like they were besties. Something along the way within the past year happened, because they were at Travis's games, and Miles even talked about that. I don't know what happened there. I did see, on a side note, a clip of Miles Teller talking about how much he loves his wife and how she's his best friend, and she cracked him up. And I loved that. I was like, I love to see that, Miles. Love you talking about Keleigh in that way, because we don't know much about Keleigh Teller.
No.
At all. And, you know, people jump to conclusions and they're like, automatically it must be, you know, Keleigh Teller must have done something wrong.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, you know, maybe it was a mutual, something happened along the way.
It is.
We don't know anything. We don't know them.
Yeah.
We don't know much about Keleigh Teller, and we don't know what could have happened between the two of them. We can't just make assumptions.
No, we have nothing. We don't even have something to throw around. To be honest, is one of, I think, pop culture's biggest mysteries right now is like, what the fuck happened with these two? They were so close, and they've not really hinted at anything. They've never really alluded. I know people tried to like, I know when the album track list came out, and even just the names, people were trying to think like, ooh, could this be about Keleigh Teller? Or are we going to find any details of what the hell happened? I mean, they were starring in music videos. They were on vacations. They were doing so much together. And Miles did just go on New Heights to promote his new movie, Eternity. Obviously, there wasn't really any deep conversation about their friendship, but of course Travis is on the podcast and talking to Miles, but he had said this in a different, it wasn't this interview that he said it, but that he was like, oh, I don't know. And which is even more interesting to me, because the way that Taylor has talked about this wedding is like, if she's met you one time, you're invited. You know, she's doing press promoting the album in the UK, talking to all these radio hosts. She's like, well, you'll be there, you'll see. And the guy's like, what? It's like, she's like, she wants to have everybody come celebrate. So for Miles to be like, ooh, like unsure if we're going to get that invite, it really is a sign that something must have happened, and maybe just laying the groundwork so nobody expects them to be there when the big day does come around.
Right. You never know what could happen. I mean, literally anything could happen.
Yeah.
Friendships fall out. Who knows what happened there? But Miles being on New Heights, maybe they're just not as close. Maybe they're civil and they're just not as close as they were, because I don't think if there was any really big problem,
there'd be like some sort of rumor or something
that Miles would be on New Heights.
Right, that's
I think
also
they would
true.
Be like, well, I'm not gonna have your husband come on my fiance's podcast. You know, the whole thing.
But it must be awkward.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Maybe not awkward enough that he's not gonna go on the show.
Yeah.
Because he went on the show.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I guess
I don't know.
Maybe they can be okay. Maybe.
It just really, but it's like, if they can be okay, why wouldn't they be invited to the wedding?
Maybe they haven't even sent out a save the date yet.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe Miles doesn't want to get caught in a situation where he's like, yes, we're going.
Yeah.
And then, you know, just in general, I feel like people feel that way when they answer. Remember when Donna Kelsey was answering so many questions about Taylor Swift, and everyone thought that Donna Kelsey didn't like her because of the way she was answering the questions. She was afraid to speak about it. Like, I think maybe people might just get afraid to speak about things.
But at the same time, you know, they were really so close. Like, I don't know, maybe they just burned too bright for two, you know, it just happened so fast. It's like Selena Gomez with Brooklyn Beckham and Nicholas. Like they seemed like they were thick as thieves for those few months, and now we haven't seen them together in who knows how long.
Yeah.
Just fizzled out.
Actually, maybe we're not the best of friends.
Yeah. So I don't know. It is very interesting. And I do actually think about this a lot when I see their names come up. I'm like, what the fuck happened? But yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see if there really is no invite to the wedding.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Hi, Ria, Fran, and Noah. This is Bridget from Illinois. I am just so annoyed at the Sydney Sweeney headlines about ruining the Christie film because it flopped at the box office. I just think it didn't have anything to do with her American Eagle ad. I truly just think she's not meant to be a leading lady. She's underwhelming as an actress. She's hot, don't get me wrong, but not very captivating. I just think as a leading lady, you have to be, I don't know, in any movie, but I watched her in Anyone But You, and at the end of a rom-com, you want women watching the rom-com to want to be her, and the men watching the rom-com to want to be with her, and there's 50% of that equation missing, and it's that women don't want to be her. She's not super captivating or aspirational. I should say, I don't know, I feel really mean saying this, but I don't think that it was American Eagle that is making her career flop. I just think people are realizing that she's a bit underwhelming. But I don't know. Let me know what you think.
I don't think that they promoted that film enough. I think I only...
Do you really think that though? Because I feel like Sydney Sweeney's been talking about doing this. She's been talking about this character for months. She's done nothing but talk about how amazing she felt making this movie and how important it was to her and transforming her body and everything.
We saw Sydney talking about it.
Yeah.
But nobody else.
No, I saw no billboards.
No billboards. We didn't see any trailers out there. I didn't see a single trailer. I didn't see any ads for it.
No, internet cross promotion marketing.
Nothing. No promotion.
No influencers being let's go see.
No. And
which
unfortunately,
is the studio's fault.
You kind of have to do that these days.
Yeah.
For people to... There's just so much content being thrown our ways at all times. And I feel like you really got to stand out a lot, and I think that the whole mixture of Sydney lately and when she's talking about this film, you're not necessarily moved by it because there's a lack of emotion when sometimes she's in an interview when she talks, and I don't feel I'm not moved, I like her. I'm not going to say that she's a bad actress though, because there are times where I think she's fantastic. Yeah. Euphoria, I think she's fucking fantastic. Anyone But You, I thought was cute. Yeah. I mean, it's a rom-com.
It's hit or miss. It's I'm not hit or miss for me.
Oh my God, best rom-com ever, but I liked it a lot. Thought it was cute. I'm excited for The Housemaid because I just loved the book. So I'm excited for that. So I'll give that a chance. And that is what's the word I'm looking for? A very promoted movie, The Housemaid. So it's people know that's coming out. Yeah. That's going to do really well, I think. Even though Sydney's in it, I think it's still going to do well. I don't think it's automatically if she's in a movie, it's going to flop. I don't think that's...
For sure.
But she's had a couple flops in the past year.
Yeah, but I also think all these big movie stars, often enough, they'll do a movie that does not do well. It happens all the time.
You're strolling on streaming. You see a movie with Bradley Cooper and Adam Sandler together. Yeah. You're like, when the fuck did this movie come out? I didn't hear about this. Right. And then you go, should I watch it? Well, probably not, because if I didn't hear about it and these two actors are in it, it's probably not great.
Right. Streaming, you open up Apple TV. I'm like, when did this movie come out? It's really that is so true. I don't think she's helping the case with this one because it is being amplified so much because of the pushback that's gone viral of people online who have written about the movie or critiqued it or whatever. And they're getting emails from her. I don't know if it's from the studio or her publicist or whoever it is being this is would you take this down or change this or reword this, or it's actually open to a 90-something% audience score, trying to, and when that goes viral, you're in a bad place. Mm-hmm. That's not going to help at all. But I don't know. It is very fascinating because it is quite the almost like sociological study of the fact that she does get torn apart so much, and most of the time it is by other women, and kind of like what that says. And then you're ending up arguing with guys because guys love her for superficial reasons. And then it's just like it's a weird conversation around the whole thing, because then it's like, I know Gia just dealt with this too. She had made a TikTok where she was like talking about the movie coming, whatever, just more so Sydney Sweeney, the person, and like not being a fan of the things that she's done recently. And you just get attacked by guys who are like, well, you're ugly. You could never be Sydney Sweeney. It's like, well, that's not, like that's kind of what the weirdly, like the arguments turned into. And she's such a stunning girl. And then that's also like, well, women just tearing her down because she is beautiful. I don't know. It's very interesting.
She is a very polarizing person.
And I think maybe just because she's not super animated, people can't get like a read on her as a person. It's like she's like an enigma where it's like, I don't really know how to feel because you're not giving us a lot. And then when you do, it's like, oh, wait, what?
Right. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's fair to be like she's going to be a failed actress.
No. I don't think that's fair either, because I do think that she really does shine in certain things. I haven't seen this movie.
No.
So she could have done fucking fantastic in this role. It seems like she put a lot of effort into it.
Sometimes a great actor has a great role and puts their A+ into it, and the movie still sucks.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of where we've talked about that, where it's like they were great.
Yeah,
but people just said that about Jeremy Allen White in that Bruce Springsteen movie.
Yes,
it's always It's always in a biopic. It's always in a biopic. Like even with Rami Malek, when everyone was like, he was so good, but I didn't love Bohemian Rhapsody.
Right, or even Timothy Chalamet's Bob Dylan. Yeah. Like he was really great.
He was really good.
The movie was boring.
Yeah.
And I feel like that sometimes it happens if it's not like the most interesting story in the world. Although Christy's story is interesting.
It's very interesting.
So I think marketing, it's a whole mixture of things. And I think also the hate that she's getting right now is going to play a factor.
For her too. Like even like what Ruby Rose just said too was like, okay, I don't know. Movies flop and people don't just like crush the lead actor or actress. It's like they ruined this movie and it should have been a different
She
cast.
has had like a track record. I feel like that's kind of what a lot of people are saying now, where it's not just one movie. Like a lot of the movie that she's been in like have really flopped.
Am I just like not?
There was a couple that they
flopped so hard I don't even know she made them.
I'm pretty sure that's
they were like after Anyone But You.
There were like 4 or 5 that I hadn't even heard of some of them.
I mean, I don't even know. But is she making like, are they smaller films that are just not getting these big blockbuster releases?
I think so.
Because even this movie wasn't supposed to be like some big, I don't think it was made by some big studio, was it?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like it probably had at least like a pretty sizable budget just from the look of it, but.
Either way, no matter what movie she does or anything she's in, it's going to be talked about a lot.
Yeah, like Ruby Rose saying she ruined the film.
Even I see like people like commenting about The Housemaid. They haven't even seen the movie yet, and they're like, "This movie's going to be a failure because of Sydney." It's like, well, let's think about the other actors that are in the film, and let's give it a shot because people have been waiting for that movie to come out, and we're very excited.
Yeah, like
about it.
Christie was distributed by Black Bear Pictures. It's like, what the fuck is that?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
The budget was also only $15 million. In the grand scheme of things, that's not that much for a big movie,
They still haven't made that back, I don't think.
No, they have not.
I think
no, they have not.
The opening weekend was like
1.3
million or something like that.
Yeah.
Which then Sydney made a post about and talked about.
It was,
sometimes you put art out there not for the numbers.
It was the lowest return on a movie that cost like that was in that many theaters ever, I think.
Right, it was like over 2,000
theaters.
Over
2,000 theaters. Like
the 9th worst
film
that's been in over 2,000 theaters. But yeah, I think even with her,
I mean, I forgot she was in Madam Web.
Yeah, that was a flop. That was a failure.
She was not the main character, however, that was certainly a flop. Immaculate, never heard of that. Eden, never heard of that. Echo Valley, never heard of that. And she's got The Housemaid at the end of the year. So
She was in a good run for a little bit, though. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Euphoria, The Handmaid's Tale.
But Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, she was essentially not even in it.
Right, like it's a side character. Yeah, I just think like recent interviews, she's not helping it, and that doesn't add to it. It's like, hello, who are you, Sydney? That's what we want to find out.
Right.
All right, I think that wraps up today's Pop Corner. Thank you so much for calling in with your hot takes, your opinions. We love to hear it all. Make sure you keep calling in. Our number is online on our Instagram page. You can find it there, and we want to hear from you. So thank you very much.
This interview is brought to you by Armani Luminous Silk Concealer. Armani Beauty believes in enhancing your natural beauty, giving you that lit from within glow, and it certainly does that job. Luminous Silk Concealer is a multi-purpose, lightweight, hydrating, and blurring all-day wear concealer that conceals, smooths, and brightens skin. It provides weightless, medium buildable coverage, delivering a flawless, luminous finish that feels like your skin. With 21 shades, Luminous Silk Concealer's diverse range ensures you'll find the perfect match for your complexion, whether you're looking to conceal, highlight, or contour. You're about to hear this interview with Danielle. We're talking shades. She loves the foundation. We love the foundation. We love the concealer. Telling her we got to make sure she gets that concealer because it is Ria and I's favorite concealer. We wear it every day. Cannot recommend it enough. So you can shop your perfect shade now at Sephora.
All right, everyone, we are here with a very, very special guest. We are joined by Danielle Fishel. Yay!
We're so excited to have you in person. Really, we planned this trip to LA around going to the show last night. We were like, we get to go. We're so excited. And for weeks, we've been like, we want to get some guests on from the show. It's our favorite thing to talk about. And so selfishly, after you were sent home, we were like, but I hope this means she could come on the
She'll have time. Danielle's calendar is just wide open
gotta
now.
Be at rehearsal. She could come on
Doesn't have
Six of
No OTFs.
The rehearsal schedule is crazy. I know we'll jump right into it, but just the schedule that you guys are on, I don't think people realize quite how intense it is. What was your kind of week like on the show?
So when you first start the show and you have those first 3 weeks to prep before that first live episode, they say to you, every 7 days you have a mandatory day off. And I was like, oh, God, so annoying. I don't want that day off. Like, I want to be in there. And I was thinking like, all right, well, every 7 days you get a day off. And so that'll be fun. I'll just plan something with my kids. That goes away the second that first live show happens. From that point on, it is 7 days a week. Yeah. A minimum of 4 hours of that is dance rehearsal time. And then eventually it becomes about 6 hours of dance rehearsal time. And then if you're not feeling like you're getting enough, like that's enough, you go to an outside studio and you rehearse more. And then you have wardrobe fittings, which are about 30 to 45 minutes. You have at least 2 of those a week. And then you'll have like a hair and makeup conversation. Those are 15 minutes a week. You have a creative meeting, which is about 15 to 20 minutes a week. And then you have your OTF interviews, which are about 2 hours. Right. And then you have your master interview, which is an hour. And then you have press, and it's an hour to drive there and an hour to drive home. And so literally from like the time you wake up, and then taking care of your body, stretching, compression. I was doing hyperbaric oxygen. I was like in all this treatment stuff that's like a minimum of an hour to your day, sometimes 2 if you're nursing an injury. And and then I was like counting in my sleep. I was like, 1, 2, 3, 4. I was like, oh my gosh, is there ever a break from this?
Yeah, you're never actually sleeping. And on top of that, when you're taking care of your body, it's not even really relaxing because you're like, oh, this is another hour or 2 hours where I'm sitting through this. It's never like, oh, I'm just sitting on the couch and getting my rest in. That's not happening. You guys all work so incredibly hard. And we're so thankful that especially this season, we've seen so much behind the scenes, more so than ever. I think it's started ramping up in recent years, but this time around, we're seeing so many TikToks. We're getting really a closer look, and you filling us in on that schedule is so awesome because I feel like Fran said, people don't even realize how much time you have. Now, I want to ask, because you mentioned that if you don't feel like you're getting it, you can go to an outside studio. Yeah, and
they don't love that. They're not they're not telling you to do that.
I want to ask more about that because sometimes I'll see, oh, I went to this studio and I worked extra hard. What are the rules about doing that?
Well, they can't control our outside time. When, like we talked about those first 3 weeks, they do tell you when you agree to do the show that they're pretty hard and fast about you taking that day off every 7 days. And they said, because for most people, they're coming into this with no training. If you start working out for 21 days straight, you're going to give yourself an injury. You're going to mentally burn out.
No
and so
rest.
like, we just really tell you, like, highly encourage that day off. After that, they recognize that people want to go out there and show their best self and show their best work. And so they won't give you studio time. They'll say, like, we will give you 4 or 5 hours. What you do on your outside time is up to you. And it's kind of a don't ask, don't tell policy.
Because I mean, you could be in your own house just practicing as much as you want. Really, what's the difference between doing it there and there are more mirrors in a studio? But
correct. And so you can rent your own space.
Yeah.
If you wanted to, you could go to your pro's house. For some of the people who are here from out of town, they're staying at a hotel that has a gym, so they work out they'll just do it at the gym at their hotel at random hours.
Yeah, I was going to ask, is your pro allowed to be a part of this?
Again, they don't. It's up to you how you want to manage your time, how hard you want to work. Which
is very cool, and also leaves a lot of room to just become super annoying at the same time. Like you could just like call Posh up and be like, "Listen, hi.
What are you doing?
What are you doing right now?"
Tell Kiki she doesn't have a daddy for the next few weeks. Like, no, I know, and that's the other thing is that even just thinking as far as like age playing such a factor in this, not just because of your stamina and your physical health, but like what other responsibilities do you have in your life, and how much are you able to put those on the back burner for 3 months versus like my children, literally my son thought I died. He was like, well, it feels like it.
Well, we saw this story.
Yes.
And I feel like and it's funny because you hear that story and then it went crazy viral. Of course, everyone picked that up. Every outlet picked that up. It's like Danielle Fishel's son tells
including
teacher,
us,
tells teacher his mom is dead, and you see that and you're like, wait, what? Yeah. But I'd love to. I mean, get this kid in acting. That's phenomenal.
He's in an acting class on Fridays. But you know what's funny is that for one thing, it was so emotional because he had put on a really brave face. Yeah. There were no signs that he was struggling up until that point. And then at school, when he was having some trouble that day and he told his teacher, well, my mom died. And she was like, I have not heard anything about this. And I heard your mom dancing every week. I would know if that were true.
It would be big news.
And so when I picked him up that day, which I hadn't been able to pick him up for weeks, but I had like a 9-to-1 rehearsal, and it was like, he literally burst into tears in the car. I want you to quit this job. All you do is dance, 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 dance. You never have time to hang out with me and Keaton anymore. Yeah. And I was like, wow. I said, you've been feeling this way for a while. Yeah, yes, I felt this way all the time. I just haven't told you. And I said,
you're an absent mother?
Yeah. I was like, is this why you told your teacher I died? Yes, it feels like it. And I was like, what could be more honest than like, he's just telling me that. He's 6.
That's
wow.
So
a lot of emotions for a 6-year-old.
A lot of emotions. Yeah. And I told him, I said, thank you so much for telling me, because I have obviously not been doing a good enough job connecting with you when I have been able to see you. When I have been able to see you, it hasn't felt like good quality time, and that's on me. And part of the reason apparently I've been doing that is I had no signs. I didn't know you were feeling this way. So thank you for being honest with me. And I need to know that. So we, since then have spent better quality time together. And then he was absolutely thrilled when I was eliminated. Just the happiest children you could have ever imagined.
He was probably stealing your husband's phone.
Listen, he was texting Andy 21523 10 times from multiple devices.
He peopled out the laptop.
ABC.com.
Yeah,
he knows how to
the websites.
100%. Yeah.
He was like, it's time. It's time.
Come
home.
We watched the episode with Elaine where Elaine went in an ambulance the morning after he wanted to watch it, and just with absolutely no emotion, he said, I wish that would happen to you.
Oh my God.
And I went, what part do you wish? He goes, I wish you had an injury and had to go in an ambulance so that you couldn't dance anymore, and they just bring you home to me. And I was like,
You're like, that's
so
You're
cute,
like,
you little psycho.
Right.
I
raised
love,
Wow, that is quite the thought. I mean, at least you love your mom.
Yeah.
But he doesn't know. Like,
No.
Right.
He doesn't know. In his mind, the
he's
ambulance
6 years old.
brings me home to him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just
He's 6
can't
years
dance
old.
anymore. Come back. Also, it was cute.
He's like, no, she's going to the hospital. It's like, no, she could just be going home.
Just come home.
Yeah.
Just come home. That's fine.
Oh my gosh, that is so cute, and like you said,
Psycho
at the
Little
same
psycho,
time. But
which,
he's
by the way,
6 years old.
I'm also
and you
cute and
love
psycho.
It. Exactly,
And
he's got to come from somebody.
Your 4-year-old was just like along for the ride.
My 4-year-old has no problems with anything ever. He is just like, who's watching me? Is it Miss? Our nanny is named Delia. We call her Miss Delia, but they also call her Yaya. And so he'll be like, I'm going to stay with Yaya. Yeah. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
I'm going to be with Daddy. Okay, bye. He just wants to know, like, is there an adult?
Yeah.
Present? Yeah.
Great.
I'm being watched. Cool.
Cool.
Being fed.
Someone's around.
Games.
Someone's around. I'm
The
going to
whole
be
thing.
fine. See you later.
Yeah. I mean, balancing all of this is so hard because you're a mom, you're working. On top of working, you also are Dancing with the Stars, double the work. Like, that is so much to handle. You're recording your podcast.
I added a new podcast for the
podcast. You decided, I'm not just going to do one podcast.
Yeah.
I'm going to add another podcast
Yeah.
on top of that.
Yeah.
How was balancing the podcast? And of course, your co-hosts were riding hard for you.
Oh my gosh. Are they not the sweet, like the two
best.
kind of best friends that just make you go, if that's not, like if I don't have friendships like that, I don't need them. They're just the greatest. It was a lot. It was a lot to balance because I was doing Danielle with immediately after the live show. So our live shows, my usual car pickup time would be 6:30 in the morning. I'd get up around 4 so that I had time to make the kids lunches and get myself together. And then car would pick me up about 6:30, get there about 7:30, into hair and makeup, then camera blocking, then from camera blocking back to hair and makeup, then into wardrobe, then dress rehearsal, then from dress rehearsal, friends and family arrive. You have about 15 minutes to say hi to them. Then you start getting warm again. Like you also forget, you don't just like walk out there and dance.
Yeah.
You have to have your blood pumping. You have to go over your steps. You have to be in the right frame of mind. So that takes like a good 30 minutes minimum right before the live show. And then you've got your bumpers, we're standing in front of the camera. And so all of that requires timing. And then you do the live show from 5 to 7. Then there's a press line for an hour and a half after. And then I would always be starving because no matter how much I try to eat during the day, there's really not that much time to get like a solid meal in. So we're starving. So then I'd go eat. And then at like 10 p.m. I'd start my podcast. And I've been up since 4. Crazy. Do the podcast, then drive home, and your adrenaline is through the roof.
Right.
I'm never asleep before 1 a.m. and never once on the entire time of day of doing Dancing with the Stars did I ever not get up at my normal 5:30 time. There was never a day that I was like, I'm just not going to see the kids, because then that would mean I'm not going to see the kids. So I would, every 7 days a week, my alarm goes off at 5:30 in the morning, and I would be up, and whether I went to bed at 1 or 2, that's
the come down is probably insane. You have all the adrenaline rushing from dancing, getting the applause, then you see what people are saying online, right? Because you want to know how do people react after the show. There's so much to take in, so much energy to take in from every which angle. And you're doing the podcast after. Even though you loved it and we learned a lot, did you regret signing up yourself to do the podcast after the live show?
No. Being able to talk it all out.
Yeah.
Like being able to talk it all out and like get all, it was actually helpful in part of the come down process because it was like, okay, I have all of these thoughts in my head and I want to put them all somewhere, and so that was kind of helpful. I think. And then also being able to interview people, like there's no part of it I regret. But what I will say is that doing 2 podcasts that you do 2 days a week is now like 4 podcasts a week is a lot. And then I also try to listen to all of them and make edits on all of them. So that's time. And then I was trying to listen to Pod Meets Twirled, which I eventually had to give up even trying to listen to or make edits on that because I was like, I can't. I can't. And they're just great.
Consuming yourself.
Yes.
What was that like for you? You're having to watch yourself constantly, listen to yourself constantly, and we can all be such harsh critics on ourselves. Then you're also receiving criticism from judges online. How did you kind of filter through that?
Well, for one thing, I listen to the podcasts on 2 times speed. So
that helps.
And then if I just go, it's like, ooh, I can cut that.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
That's a long and it's
Yeah,
two
that's a
times
long in a 2 times. We can cut it. So I wasn't going through it with a fine tooth comb. I was also trying to really like listening to my podcasts back and editing them is very rarely about censoring myself or about changing something. It's more about just making sure the product itself is the
cleaning it up.
It's just cleaning it. Yeah. So I do it real fast. The criticism online, what I'll for one thing say is that I am not sure there are many people who have as much positive, like when I read comments about myself, so much of it is so positive.
That's so lovely.
It's amazing.
It's so nice.
Yeah.
And so of course, it doesn't mean that then when there is one, like one night I made a real bad decision of going onto Reddit.
No, don't do that. Don't do that, Danielle.
Like, there was
Bad
one
call.
day I went on Reddit and it was so positive.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so emotional. Look at these Reddit. Everyone says Reddit's the worst. And look at this.
Yeah.
I'm their champion.
I have beat Reddit.
and then you go back and there's a thread and they tear you down.
And you're just like, what happened? And I did that one night at like 1 a.m. And I had gone into Reddit feeling real good because I think I had been on Instagram, which for whatever reason that night was very positive. And then Reddit really took me down a notch. And, but you know, truthfully, learning to quiet internet noise is something I have truly gotten better at. Yeah. With age and with the more I'm out there, you know, like having not been in the public, I mean, I'm still in the public eye because of the podcast and stuff, but like I haven't been a performer for over a decade. The more removed you get from it, the harder it becomes to put yourself back out there because you're like, ooh, I forgot what this feels like. Yeah. Now that I've been out there quite a bit more in the last few years, you develop a certain amount of callus. Like there's some calluses and things just have a tendency to kind of bounce off those calluses a little bit more.
Sometimes when a lot is coming in, it's easiest to ignore it because you're like, I don't even have the time to look at all this.
Exactly. A friend of mine described it once in a really smart way that just kind of stuck with me. He was like, if you're looking at something and it's black and white and then there's a really bright spot of hot pink, you're like, oh gosh, that's so offensive. Look at that bright hot pink. He's like, but when everything's hot pink, it's just like, it's all hot pink. Yeah. And it's kind of the same way. Like even if it's negative or positive, if it's like a big onslaught of one or the other, it's a little easier to just be like, I'm going to treat this like I have the flu. I have a flu for a couple of weeks.
Yep.
I'm going to
close it up.
Dip under a rock.
It passes.
Yeah, it'll pass.
It all goes
I'll
in
feel
waves.
better eventually. And that's it.
When did you get the idea to do the podcast, even to do Danielle with? Like, was it after you got cast on the show? Is it like, was it in tandem with it?
It was right pretty much when I said yes to the show. Okay. I said yes to the show. And at the time, Dancing with the Stars didn't have a podcast. Yeah. And I didn't know they were doing a podcast. Had I known,
you were like,
told me, they may have told me not to do the podcast.
Right.
But I didn't know. And I was just like, they don't have a Dancing with the Stars podcast. And I already have a podcast. And like, you know that so much of the importance of Dancing with the Stars is fan votes. And it's like, this is my medium to connect with people who are already tuning in because they are a fan of something, of other work I've done. Yep. Maybe they would be a fan of this work and maybe not. Maybe they won't want to listen at all, but it's a direct connection to people who might. Yeah. And so I should use this medium to bring people along on the journey with me. And it felt like it would just feel like a missed opportunity to ignore that.
Mm-hmm. So what did you think when you saw Joey's hosted a Dancing with the Stars official podcast?
I mean, I was like, I actually, when we were in New York for for Good Morning America, they had us doing, actually it wasn't New York, it was when we did our promos. One of the things we had to do was, and stay tuned for the Dancing with the Stars podcast. And I remember being like, okay, Dancing with the Stars podcast. Yeah. Okay.
That's what we're calling Danielle with now.
Yeah.
The Dancing with the Stars podcast.
Exactly. I was like, oops. And I will say, nobody ever said to me, please don't do the podcast. They did not at all, but they did want me to change the name. They said, With the Stars is something that feels very official and is something that And so we were like, great. I was not in any way trying to step on anybody's toes. Like I said, had I known and they had been like, hey, we're going to ask you to not do that, because, you know, that would have been their prerogative.
For sure.
But they didn't.
Yep.
So to their credit, they allowed me to do it, which is really nice.
Yeah,
I don't know that they love it.
Yeah, but that's
They've
okay
allowed
because
it.
we love it, and we loved watching you on this show so much. Last week, we were so upset to see you eliminated. We talked about it at length on our show. Yes. We talked about it with you. We were rooting for you so hard, and you opened up so much about your breast cancer journey, and you opened up on your podcast about how you felt like last week they didn't show some of your story.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I want to hear more about that, because that to me is just, it's upsetting, because we were rooting for you. We were rooting to see your story. I mean, it's so amazing. Like, as a woman, seeing you overcome this is so inspiring. So I wanted to hear more about that.
Yeah. So thankfully, I had that interview with Louis Van Amstel, and he, you know how sometimes you just talk to people and you feel very connected to them and like, this is a safe space to open up. It had been a rough week, and he was just one of those people who, like, I felt like even through the Zoom screen, I was like in a therapist's office for a minute. And I felt like when he was asking how it was going, it was a real question. It wasn't just like patter for a podcast. And I opened up with him about what the dance was about. And like, oh, there are so many things to say about this topic, but like, you do not know, especially when you have zero dance experience, you don't know what dances you're going to love or which dances you're going to be good at or what dances are going to strike a chord with you. Like, you have no clue. And you kind of have to plan your entire season out from week one, because you know the theme weeks, you know what's coming, and you have had to give all the songs, and you're working with the music department to get clearance. And so you have an idea, and like, not every song can go with every dance. So if you're like, ooh, this theme week, I really like this song, you're like, great, then that means you're doing a cha-cha. And if that clears, then you're doing this. And if that doesn't clear, then we could do this here. So by the time it came around to the contemporary, and I was like, oh, I'm not going to like this. It's not like you can just go, great, let's not do contemporary. Let's do something else. And so knowing we had a contemporary that week, and Pasha saying like, we got this song, which we had to work really hard to clear. We love that song. And it was like, okay, you have the song, and it did have a personal connection to me. Sometimes with the theme weeks, they're like, tell us why you love it. And you're like, okay. Because you're telling me it's a theme.
Because it is my song, and because of that, I love it.
But when you get a song that you love and you're like, oh, I love it, and it works for the theme, great. Yeah. So we worked really hard to get that song. And then he's like, but contemporary is always about something. And a lot of people do contemporaries for dedication week. My dedication week was for Bill Daniels. I didn't want to do my biggest fear of doing some sappy, sad song was like, the man's right here. Yeah. Like, I'm celebrating a man who's in front of us, who has like this incredible legacy. I don't want it to feel sad in any way. It's a celebration of this person. With that said, doing a jive on a dedication night when everyone else is pulling at heartstrings, could go one way. That's going to feel like a standout. That's going to be really fun, and people are going to love it. Or the other hand, people are like, what the hell was that? Why is she hopping around when I'm crying at everyone else? Like, these are things you have no.
We still cried. Look, I still, no matter what, even though it was fun, I still cried
at the theme song. The theme song,
and everybody was
nostalgic,
there. Yeah, but no, that is very true. And now I think that conversation has become even such a big topic with the fans, because I have watched this show like since from the beginning, my whole life. And so never was I looking to see what dance and what song people were dancing to days before Monday.
Correct.
Like, I was never like, oh my God, what are they doing? This is going to mean so much. It's so telling. Now it's like a full-blown press release gets everybody, and it's reposted everywhere, and everyone's nitpicking and the whole thing. And it's like, when I saw we had Andy doing I'm like, oh my, he knows exactly what he's doing with this. Pull at the heartstrings. God only knows, the Beach Boys, the whole thing.
Well, Emma is starting a marketing company after and
she is so good.
A
genius.
Yeah. But so the contemporary, like the story, on the one hand, you'll see people say like, a dance should speak for itself. I shouldn't need the description of it, which is true. But unless you're getting a package before it anyway.
Yep.
If in the package somebody says, this is about my breast cancer journey, and then you watch the dance, you go, well, this is about her breast cancer journey. It had nothing to do with my breast cancer journey. The only thing breast cancer had to do with it was that breast cancer last year really showed me, even though that wasn't like, it wasn't a terminal illness for me, what if it was? And like, life is short. I need to be filling my time with things that then when I find out it's my time, I can look back and be like, I'm so glad I spent my time doing this, this, and this, instead of what I felt last year, which is like, I have been spending my time doing the most BS stuff. And like my day-to-day is filled with menial tasks. So it was one snippet of it. Be like, you never know when your time is up. But the story was actually very much about outside noise, societal noise, internet noise even just from other women, from ourselves that we place on ourselves, about never feeling like we're good enough or being too much. I'm either extra or I'm somehow failing. And sometimes you feel that way at the same time. Oh, my appearance is extra and I'm also not living up to my expectations at home or family or whatever. And it really just struck a chord with me. And when I was listening to the song and Pasha was telling me what's the story of the dance, I wrote him this long text about what it was about. And so all of the choreography was literally directly about that. At the start of the dance, I'm plagued by this outside noise, which also the original shot was supposed to be only me. You don't see him. You would just see his hand hit my throat. It stops me in my tracks. And I, at first, am fighting it. I'm pushing against it. I'm actively fighting it until I try to run away from it. And then I stop running. I realize it's going to be beside me all the time. I learn to embrace it. And then I rise above it at the end of the dance. And the end was supposed to have this like hopeful, determined face that like life is going to continue on and there's nothing we can do about that. That's the story of the dance. It's all very clear in the dance, but not one word of that made it into the package. We don't know who makes the packages. We know the producers who are there recording our stuff, but there are people somewhere editing somewhere, and we don't know who they are. We don't get to see them. They're not people we get to talk to. So I don't know where the decision was made that we weren't going to include any of that, or why, or to then say, let's just make it about cancer because she mentioned that once. Like, let's just keep going back to this.
Right.
And it could have been, truthfully, that they thought they were sparing me. Maybe giving just benefit of the doubt, because I always like to assume the best rather than assume the worst. Assuming the best, let's say they were worried it was going to feel as though I was making commentary on the judges, that outside noise was about them, and that they thought, what if the audience thinks she's being passive aggressive about the judges and we want to protect her from that, but we could use her cancer story as an angle and that might make people sympathetic to her. And so it's possible they did it to protect me, but it's still, for me, it was just frustrating also because then right before I danced, I was listening to my package realizing like, wait, what? What's going on? Why did I hear the word cancer three
times?
times?
And the first time you guys hear the packages right before you dance.
Correct. And that's why a lot of us plug our ears. That's why a lot of us, distract ourselves in some other way, because you never know what they're going to say.
Yeah. And something can get into your head right away, right before you get on that stage, which is the last thing you want. Well, I think that message as a whole is really so important. Like, I resonate with that so much, hearing you talk about you're too much, you're too little. People say, oh, she's, oh, they're full of themselves. Oh, they don't care about themselves. Like,
they're not confident.
Yeah,
right.
Like, and then when you are confident, oh, they're full of themselves. It's always a push and pull. So that really is such a strong message that women deal with every single day, and would have been really nice to hear somebody talk about on television like that so openly. But we're happy that you're talking about it, talked about it on your podcast, talked about it here with us, because it is important for people to hear that we all struggle with that as women. It's just something that it feels like we can conquer it, but at the same time, it's never going to go away. So we kind of, like your dance, like we kind of just have to go through life with it. And that would have been really amazing to see on TV, but at least we get to talk about it now. And like you said, like, the editors, they're probably they're editing everyone's package. They hear like the word cancer, they go, oh, that sticks out because it's such a big word,
Yeah.
right? It's, people just hear that and immediately. So they're like, oh, boom, there you go. When there's so much more meaning there.
I also am just probably not super cut out for reality TV because one of my biggest fears, if you want to call it that, going into the show was like, I do not want people to think I'm using my cancer experience to gain sympathy votes.
Right.
It's why, like, in my first episode, I mentioned it. It was the reason I said yes to the show. It's why, I picked my anthem song. It tied in, but it was like, I'm going to talk about this in the first episode and I'm not going to keep going back to it because I really push against people thinking I'm quote unquote using something to gain votes.
Right.
In hindsight, I don't know that people would have felt like it's using it to gain votes. I also, when I snapped my hamstring tendon, I also refused to talk about that.
You barely acknowledged
it. You barely acknowledged it.
I didn't. I did not. I refused.
When they showed the 3 seconds of what the back of your leg looked like, and then the camera cut away, I had to like rewind the TV. I was like, I'm sorry, what was that?
Yeah.
It was. And that was pretty early on that you were dealing with that.
That was
too.
during week 2 with my cha-cha, and
Your entire leg was black and blue.
my entire leg was black and blue. It worked its way down because of gravity and all the dancing. So like all the blood just kept working its way down my leg. My thigh was literally twice the size of my other thigh. And I could not feel my kneecap. So I was so nervous because like the most important thing in a cha-cha is like your straight legs.
Yeah.
And I was like, can't feel if my knee is straight. Don't know. It's just floating around in some fluid.
Yeah.
I hope it's straight. I think it is, but can't tell. And yeah, Pasha and I both were like, nope, not going to make a deal of it. And to their credit, the producers probably knowing more than I did, were like, Danielle, you should really talk about this. And I was like, nope.
Yeah.
No, we're not going to talk about it. Don't want sympathy votes.
It goes back to the reality TV thing because once again, they are making a show, and the formula of the show has very much been you introduce the stars to the world, and it's a lighthearted beginning, but then it kind of travels and everyone gets to tell their story, and normally it's some sort of sob story that they tell and how they overcame it, and then but that's the arc that they try and do for everybody. So when you push back on that, I'm sure it's a little bit like, well, this is kind of how we always do it, and I think it'll work for you. And I want to go back to what you said about maybe they were trying to protect you from if it was criticism about the judges and all these things. Definitely the internet, and I think the judges have felt it as well, which has certainly affected the way they judge, how vocal fans now are about the judging and their feedback or not, lack of feedback. And if certain people get feedback and certain people don't, everyone loves now. And I feel like it has really affected how they speak to you guys after a dance. And I know that there was kind of a thing with Carrie Ann and that sort of blew up a little bit. So how did you kind of feel about dealing with the judges' feedback, and even specifically, what happened with Carrie Ann?
I maintained through the whole time, and I still maintain to this day, I want feedback. Yep. I want you.
It makes you better.
Yes.
And you're dancing.
Even if I say, I'm not going to listen to that feedback.
Yeah.
The fact that you gave it to me already says to me, I believe in you. I think you're capable of the thing I'm telling you. And if I'm a good judge, which they are, I'm going to pay attention next week to see if you did the thing I told you to do. If you don't give me feedback, I'm going to assume you're thinking, good job, sweetie.
Right.
Yeah. I don't want that.
Yeah.
With that said, the judges have a lot of power with the way the audience then feels about a dance, whether they mean to or whether they recognize it or not, both the audience and the judges. The audience may not realize they have been influenced by hearing 3 judges say, wow, you just did the darn thing.
Yeah.
Next person, you are America's sweetheart. Next judge, what can I say? Yeah. That was beautiful. And then for the next person, great dance.
Yeah.
I didn't see your fingertips
Right.
with. And even if you get a higher score than the person with all the positive feedback, the audience has just seen nothing but nice things about this person and now criticism about this person. And the audience then goes, yeah, I didn't see pointed
A lot of it is
fingertips.
subconscious.
And a
Like
lot
you're
of
just
times-
hearing it.
Yeah. A lot of times, like, it's like, oh, you did great. America's Sweetheart. That was beautiful. 7s. And you're like, okay, fine. And then the next person who dances gets a little feedback, gets an 8. And you're like, well, what's, if I'm getting a lower score, shouldn't I be getting some sort of feedback to try and get better?
Right.
And I think it's become a very hard balance for them. And I am intrigued to see how they continue on with it moving forward, because I know that they really, they can get ridiculed as well for what they say. And it feels like it's affected their judging more so than ever. But with Carrie Ann, like that all just kind of, like, did you think about it more than what you said? Because you kind of were like, thank you for giving me some feedback.
Yes, always. I mean, I don't know which particular comment you're talking about. I know she apologized to me on the show.
Yeah, which it felt like the internet blew that out of proportion, because I thought
That's
that
kinda what I'm
your
talking about.
package comment was like cheeky. Like you
It
were like, 'cause
was.
she was like, you're so small, like be big, or like what, right? Was
Yeah,
this
she
sort
said
of
you're
the
a tiny, I think she
Yeah.
said you're a tiny woman, but when you let out that power. So yeah, I was just like, I may be tiny on the outside, but I'm big on the inside.
Yeah, it was very cheeky.
Yeah.
Like
Very cheeky, very cute, very like I'm a tiny woman.
Yeah.
I'm 5'1", I'm 115 pounds, I'm a tiny woman.
Yeah.
So it did not,
For sure.
it did
Because
not.
it seemed more serious when all of a sudden she was like, I'm so sorry for making comments about your body. And I was like, what did she say about her body?
No. And I think the only thing that happened is that I think a lot of people on the internet made what I thought was also a very funny, cheeky comment, which is, I guess work on being taller next week.
Right.
Like people who were taking umbrage with what she
so
had
you're
said.
calling me cute and small.
Right, exactly. And so I think people were like, yeah, Danielle, so just be taller. And I think then she was like, oh no, I hope Danielle doesn't feel like I was saying her height is a problem.
Yeah.
So she she apologized. But then that even then made me, I was like, but I have never said that it offended me or that my feelings are hurt. And it's a little, sometimes it can be hard when somebody's like, well, I'm apologizing for hurting your feelings. I was like, but
I'm good.
I didn't have to
And just
feel it.
because you had a cheeky comment doesn't mean that your feelings were hurt. You were just playing off the banter.
Correct.
That's what I
And-
took it as.
but
like,
I at
ties into
least-
the package.
I at least appreciate anyone who can be on a national stage and say, I'm sorry.
Yeah, for sure.
If nothing else, even though I didn't need it, she didn't need to give it. Anytime somebody's willing to say, I may have stepped out of line, I may have hurt your feelings, I'm sorry, more like, thank you. We need more of that. We need more people willing to just say, like, was I wrong? If so, sorry.
Yeah.
That
So
is very true.
Definitely.
I have no problem with it.
On Tuesday night's show, we heard Alex say that it's just been such a fun experience for her and the cast. Everyone is so supportive and she feels very close to everybody. Did you feel that as a member of the show? Like, how did you get along with the other stars? Because it is a competition, but at the same time, you want to support each other. So how was that journey for you with the other stars?
I really, before I went into it, was like, I'm a competitive person. And I think maybe when I was younger, I was more competitive. Like, I used to, even just for sports teams I rooted for, like if they lost, it felt like I had lost something, And then I think as I've gotten older and I've just become extremely empathetic and like a big old softie, maybe having children, I don't know exactly what did it, but I think my competitiveness has gone down a little bit. I still like to do well and I like to put my best foot forward, but I went into the show thinking like, it's going to be hard to even like these people because I'm going to want to beat them.
I'm gonna wipe the floor with them.
No, you just walk in, you meet everybody. And of course, like before you start dancing, you are trying to get reads on everybody. Like who seems cold, who seems the most friendly, who seems possibly manipulative. So you're like trying to get a read on everybody. And then next thing you know, you're sequestered into your room and you realize, oh my gosh, this schedule is insane. I can't believe how hard I'm working. And then you like knock on somebody else's door and you look in there and they're sweating and they're like, how's it going? You're like, man, we're all really working super hard. And then you do your first show and tell and everybody's so nervous. And there's 4 of you in a room and they put the music on and you watch what they've been working on and you haven't thought about them or their dance basically at all. You've just been so involved in yours and you watched them and you go, wow, I can't believe you did that. And the next thing you know, you are just bleeding for every one of these people and wanting them to succeed and to do the best they could possibly do. And like any little piece of advice I have, if I had done the dance before, or if I hadn't done the dance, be like, you know what really helped me? Or are you doing this? Have you learned to count? Because learning to count changed everything for me. Like knowing how to count the beats and what step I'm supposed to be doing on what count was everything. And so it was like one of the things I shared with Dylan was like, you have to count. He's like, I can't count. And I was like, okay, but it's really helpful. He's like, no, I just can't. I can't count. I'm like, okay, no problem.
Okay, good luck.
By the way, he's doing just fine not counting.
Yeah.
He's doing just fine. But you know, it's like I have become so close. And even people that were voted, I mean, Barron and I still talk regularly.
Yeah.
He still checks in with me. Hilaria checked in with me this morning. I still regularly talk to everyone. Yeah. Alex texted me the day after I, was voted off after we saw each other on the dance floor. She texted me like this very sweet thing about getting together for lunch. And I was like, does Alex Earl really want to hang out with me? But like, okay.
Yeah.
I will. I have time. You just let me know when. I've loved every minute of it.
And it really does feel like such a big family too, when so many of the pros are literally family, and you experience that as well. There are a couple married couples on this on the cast, and you had one of them as your partner. What was your relationship like with Pasha, and then also getting to kind of experience his relationship and her partner?
Yeah. That little alliance we had was very special, is one of the things I will take with me from this experience for the rest of my life. Pasha and I could not be more similar. Even my husband's like, you guys are the same person. We really are, down to weird details. We both have this terrible vein that pops through our forehead when we smile. We're both absolute perfectionists. And when we first met and started talking about that, he was like, okay, well, I'm the biggest perfectionist I've ever met. And then he was like, okay, you are a perfectionist. I thought we really are just very much the same person, even from the standpoint of like wanting to avoid anything that felt like a sympathy vote or talking to, like we were just always on the same page. One area where we are different is I can be more like easily flustered about something, and I'm mostly keeping it together. But there was the week of the dedication week, the week of the jive. He decided to change like 8 counts of the choreo on like Sunday, and Monday is camera blocking day. And I was like, why are we doing this? And he was like, I watched it on video last night. I don't like it. It's not going to be good. I think the judges are going to be harsh about it. I want to change it. And it was like muscle memory locked in for me.
Yeah.
And we then spent the entire 4 hours, which normally would have been 4 hours of just perfecting and fine tuning the entire dance. We spent like 4 hours getting those counts out of my brain and locking them in and doing them well. And I was just so frustrated. I mean, there were multiple times I just like screamed at the top of my lungs, like,
very fair.
And like, I'm so frustrated. And never once does he get ruffled. Never does he show up and you're like, he had a bad day or he had a bad night. Nothing. He's the most consistent, shows up, ready to work, smile on his face, hardworking, just like consistent person. Danny calls him Buddha, and he is. He's basically like Buddha.
Yeah.
And then having Danny as like a secret weapon, like when we did our Argentine tango, And we had to learn all those tricks. And both Pasha was like, I don't know how to tell you how to do these because I've never been the woman doing them. And like, I don't know. And he's like, so let's bring Danny in here. So Danny came in at like 9 p.m. when we were supposed to be wrapping up. And she was like, I've never had to teach a woman how to do these. So I also don't know how to express exactly what I'm doing when I do these. So then she'd just like do it. And then she's like, okay, what did I just do? All right. So I put this leg down and I flung this leg in the air. And then we were just practicing and just, hurting ourselves all the time, but getting it done. But like having one of them is like having both of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They are both incredible.
Yeah.
Daniela is just magic to watch. Like,
I'm not even sure she's human.
No. Like it is so, I can't even find a word for it. Like I thought captivating, magic, all these things do not describe that woman as a dancer.
No.
Seeing it in real life, I can't comprehend how she moves her body that fast.
I can't
when
either.
Her and Derek danced together in that opening number for the 20th anniversary, I can't comprehend how they do it.
No.
The talent is insane. And then the fact that they're married. And I'm just like, oh my, and they're so cute. Right? Like they just like match
cute.
each other so well. They're just so cute.
So cute. Such a great family. Their daughter is the greatest kid ever. Like I'm completely obsessed with her. I love their family so much. And right away we just knew that like this is a forever friendship.
And you guys would hang out after the show with Dylan and his girlfriend as well. I loved hearing about that. Like, I was like, oh, we're not going to be able to hear about their hangouts anymore. Eating dinner, going out to dinner.
I know. Last night was fun because we had the party after, so we got to hang out a little bit at the party, and it was very cute because where we were sitting last night is right by the area where they do the bumpers, like, where we're looking at the camera, like coming up next. So Dylan was right there right before his dance and he poured water on the floor to, one of the ways we make our shoes grippy is if you just wet them a little bit, it grips on the ballroom floor more. So he poured water on the floor right next to me and we were able to like I was able to give him a little pep talk before he went out there. And then when we went to the party last night, he was like, are you going to come next week? Could you have those seats next week? Because being able to talk to you right before I went on the dance floor really calmed me. And I was like,
so sweet.
Oh my God. I was not planning on going to Prince Week, but now I feel like I have to. And like, if it helps you, how do I not go?
Oh, that is so sweet. So is it safe to say you are rooting for Dylan? I wanted to ask, obviously you could say you're rooting for everybody, but is there somebody you're especially pulling for?
I mean, it is hard for me to say because I have become close to everybody. But yeah, I mean, Dylan, truly, Good Morning America Day, where we just made a funny TikTok about being in an alliance. Little did we know we were going to take it very seriously. And Dylan is the person that, like, when it came time to even picking the teams, Dylan and I having won Traitors and him being like, people don't think there's strategy for Dancing with the Stars. There should be.
Yeah.
We need to talk
He's
about
like,
teams.
my brain is permanently changed after Traitors.
I mean, truly. And then when I was like, oh yeah, I hadn't even really thought about it, but okay, you're right. It was like, well, who does get to be a team captain? It was like, okay, we did the math. It was like, well, Andy's definitely a team captain because even if Andy got 4 10s plus the Monster-thon points, even having 45 points was never going to bring him up to not being the lowest scored. So it was like, he's definitely a team captain. So there's one other team captain. And it was like, who's the next lowest scored? Well, that was Jen. Well, Jen and I were only apart by 2 points. Well, 2 points is easy to make up. One, there was a Monster-thon that week, which was 5 points. So if Jen won the Monster-thon or if I won the Monster-thon, that could have, or if Jen scored better than I did that week and she had a contemporary and Jan was doing the contemporary, it was like, there are a million ways where I could end up being the next lowest scored, which would make me a team captain. And so it was like, Dylan's like, well, obviously everybody's going to expect us to be on the same team, but like, let's do a spreadsheet. So he fully did a spreadsheet like, okay, if this person goes home, what if this person goes home? So then who are all the people left and what are the...
Who would be your first pick? Who do we think Andy would take first?
That's exactly, because then I didn't know who goes first. Like, how do they decide? Is it because you're the lowest, you get to go first? Or is it because you're the lowest, second lowest, you get to go first? But it was like, let's assume
Dylan's
Andy gets to go first.
in reality TV show brain.
I mean...
And you said that you don't think you're cut out for reality TV, but would you do Traitors?
I mean,
because you would be so good.
I don't think I would. I can't lie.
But it would be fun.
I would have to be. I'd have to not be a traitor. Yes.
That's fair.
If I were a traitor, I'd be like, this is really hard. I don't think I could do it. So I don't know. Maybe
You would be a great faithful though, so maybe that would
Yes.
be the
because that's the thing is that I do love physical challenges.
Yeah.
Like I want to work I want to work on a team and I want to do like something physical. That's one of the things I loved.
great.
But yeah, I mean, I'm very clearly rooting
Yeah.
for Dylan and Danny. I love his journey. I think his story is amazing. I also am very close with Robert. And I love Robert. Robert and I are
such a sweet kid.
God.
I
ever?
like so
happy.
happy. I actually shed a tear. We cried multiple times in the ballroom
I'm
last
so
on Tuesday.
glad it's not just me.
Oh my, no,
It's every week.
It's every week.
I have a
the
headache
littlest
after every
things.
show.
Even like the mention of Len, I started to tear up, like the whole
I
thing.
know.
And then so of course that was a big thing. But then Robert with his dance, and then the two of us just looking. When we go, we love watching the pairings right before they dance. When the package is playing and they're locked into each other, because normally it is the pro talking to the star, like, let's do this, the pump up. We see it is so sweet. Tuesday night, we're looking at Robert. He's got his arms on Whitney, and he's like, the one being like, let's go, like, and Whitney's like nodding her head, and like it's all, and I'm like, this kid,
I know.
And we started tearing up again, and we're like, oh my god,
He has
he's
so
just,
much charisma.
know.
He's so charismatic. He's so energetic. He's so happy and lively. Like, it's so hard to not root for him. We're also majorly rooting for Alex Earl.
I know.
I think that she is so good.
She's
I feel
a beautiful
like
dancer.
so and
Everyone
Elaine.
is.
Oh my god,
Whitney's such a
Elaine
beautiful
too.
dancer.
Jordan.
Too, I
See,
know.
now we go down the list because
I
I
know.
have like
It's
my.
it really is such a stacked, maybe most ever, and I know everyone keeps saying that, but
It's so hard. It's like you get so attached to the dancer and the star when they're dancing, and then you move on to the next one. You get attached to them. Like as the show goes on, you can't decide. Even between the relay with Robert and Alex,
I know.
we were going back and forth.
Yeah.
We were like, wait, who do you think? Wait, that was such a toss up. And then when Robert got it, we were like, wait, Alex and Joey should have gotten it. But then if Alex and Joey got it, we would have been like, wait, Robert and Sochi should have got it. Like it's so hard.
I know. It was interesting too that was the only male-female pairing.
Yeah.
And that Carrie Ann commented, it's really hard to compare, because then I walked away going, but isn't that the whole show?
yeah.
Half the men are competing and half the women are competing. And every week you have to decide who gets the better score.
Yeah.
And,
There's not in different leagues.
which is why people say she judges the men and the women differently. Yeah, I whisper that. I hear you, but you know what? I would like to say
She addressed that today, I will say.
did she?
I saw a quote. She said that maybe it's because she is a woman.
Yeah.
And she knows what she's capable of or what we are capable of. And maybe that's why she didn't deny that.
Right.
Yeah. Well,
To help out your
No, but I know, but it is such a like, and it's kind of goes back to what you were saying about Pasha and Daniela. Like they can only help in what they know. And he's like, I've never taught the female part of, I've never to do the female part of this dance. And I think she kind of like has that a little bit of like,
Right. Because
I know
watching
how
Jordan
to critique.
get a 9 and I'm
Yeah.
like, what the hell? Why did Jordan get a 9 there? And no offense to Dylan, because we love Dylan and we think he's such a sweetheart. I'm like, Dylan got a 10, Jordan got a 9. Why? Jordan's dance was so fun. It was so good.
Yeah.
And you just
One thing I think is important for us to keep in mind is even just the idea of ballroom dancing is about showing off the woman.
Yeah, absolutely.
The men are supposed to be the frame
they're supposed
to
to
the
lead.
woman's
Yeah.
picture.
Yeah.
So by virtue of the actual sport,
Yeah.
women have to do more
Yeah.
and be shinier than the men.
For sure.
What I think then would be fair is to take that into consideration and to say, even if it's just about with your feedback, to say to someone, what you had to do in that dance was through the roof. And maybe there were some moments where it wasn't as crisp as I would have wanted, or there wasn't as much texture as I would have liked to have seen. But the fact that you were able to do all of it anyway, or as well as you did, means I'm going to give you maybe a higher score than for a dance that isn't as technically involved for the person doing it.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but then how do you do that every week? It's like if every week, or is the man going to be scored a little lower because it's not quite as hard, or do
It's and especially I think you saw that, like, I think the Argentine tango is one that really shows that.
Correct.
Because the woman is doing so much, literally dancing circles around their partner.
I mean, Whitney was incredible.
And so that's what I'm saying,
So
right?
good.
It's like you watch, and they both did, they both got perfect scores, so that's amazing.
Yeah.
But it's like Dylan has to do his job so well of being that strong lead and being able to throw her in the air and be like that base. And then Whitney has to be the one that does all the tricks and flips and flicks and all, and everything. So
and at the end of the
so
day,
dependent on the dance.
Yeah, that is the show, and we just have to accept it. And now we're just thinking so much more logistically into it all. I think it's funny that you said that the picture is the woman in the ballroom. Meanwhile, Joey was trying to freaking flips last night and knocking Alex on the face. I'm like, Joey, it's not your time.
What are
and
you
we love
doing?
Joey. We are friends with Joey. I'm like, Joey is friggin' flipping in the air, knocking Alex in the face. He's literally got his, he's teabagging her in the middle of the show. It's like,
Alex
what the hell?
Alex called it pooch. She said pooch to the face.
It literally
They're
like
just cracking
I'm like,
me
all
up.
right, Joey, we get it. You know, you won the show last year. I saw people being like, Joey thought that dance was about him. Which
what I
is
think
funny.
is-
We could joke about because Joey is fantastic and he's just so excited. Like
Well,
he's
and
so
also,
excited to be
I
there.
Most recent winner. Too.
I think everyone is coming into that with the best of intentions of going, how can I help you?
Yeah.
Because these points, my performance is going to impact you.
absolutely.
And I want you to get these
And
2
you want-
points.
yeah.
What can I bring to the table? And he's like, I can flip.
Yeah,
I can flip.
I
Do you want to
can
see me
flip
flip?
right in front
Do you
of your
want to see me
face.
flip? I can flip. So, I mean,
Yeah, no, I
was
loved
so
it though.
funny.
They are so fun. Like,
So
and we
cute.
love Joey and Kelsey. So just watching that cracked me up. I was like, oh my god, he's beating Alex up, and Val's like, did he hit you? Like, and she's in the mirror checking her nose, which is so relatable. You're like, do not mess up.
No, she's
that
literally like,
perfect
this
nose.
is
Don't do
the
it.
mo-
don't
like,
break
yeah.
the money maker.
Hello.
But she's
can't make
so
TikToks like that.
willing to literally throw herself
Amazing, yeah.
throw herself into it. Seeing her do that, try to do that double cartwheel with Val, and she's just like landing on the floor. Like, it's to me one of the most impressive things is that you could see a picture of Alex, and you would then make a bunch of assumptions about what that person must be like, and then you actually see how hard she's working and what she's willing to put herself through, and you're like, yes,
Yeah.
yes, get in there and get dirty.
Yeah.
Love it.
Absolutely. Is there somebody that is there a past Mirrorball that you would have Mirrorball winner that you would have loved to dance with?
Oh,
did you have?
man. That's a good question.
Yeah.
I mean, Gio Marini won, right?
I think so.
I think he won. He was a
I
winner.
think so.
He's incredible.
Yeah.
Did I say his name right?
I
He was there last
yeah,
night.
yeah, yeah.
idea.
He was there last night. That was we're going way back.
That's a
We're
long
going
time.
way back.
I'm aging myself.
Yeah.
I'm an old lady. I don't know if you know this.
we're going way back. No, but no, that's
He-
super fair.
I think he would have been fun. Also, Rashad Jennings.
yeah.
He was
great.
He was really great. He had a super fun personality. He came over to me. We went to the holiday show. Taping, and he was there. And he came over to me and he was like, "I have to tell you that I had a really big crush on you and J-Lo." And I was like, I love this company. Thank you. And he said, now I can say I've met you both. And I was
That's
like,
amazing.
Listen.
What's that like for you? Because you get that all the time where people are just like, I had the biggest crush on you. I still have the biggest crush on you.
cute.
Like, is that what you're like? Oh, you're so cute.
It is. It's cute. It's sweet. There's a little bit of a separation because I think I've always felt like, well, you had a crush on Topanga, and kind of like how we're talking about the audience gets things and they don't even know it's happening. Even though when you think of a crush, you think, well, you're the physical manifestation of the crush, but like also the character was something that made you love her. And even though I think I'm very much like Topanga, we are, there is a little bit of a separation. So it doesn't ever feel to me like, ooh, weird.
Yeah.
It's just like, that's That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad I was able to bring that to life for anyone who felt that way.
Absolutely.
It's cool. It's flattering.
Yes. No, nothing bad.
Right.
Absolutely.
It's not a bad thing to hear, oh, I had a crush on you.
No.
Like, thank
it's
you.
like, thanks.
Yes, you should.
Exactly.
Very sweet.
Yeah. We're as crazy. We somehow ran through that hour so fast. And we do have to do our last question, which is sponsored by Armani Beauty.
Yes.
Luminous Silk, what I'm wearing right now. My
Same.
favorite.
Us too.
Me too.
Us too.
What number are you?
Oh, good question.
That is, I think 6 something.
I'm like a 5.75 when I have a spray tan.
Okay, yeah,
and
yeah,
a
yeah.
I do
5
too.
and a
I think I
half.
wear in my tanner shade like a 625.
625.
I
Okay.
think I'm a 625.
I'm extremely loyal to this concealer. Not gonna. I started using it like a little bit over a year ago. I have not changed since then.
I don't
Like,
use that. Wait, I need the
You
concealer.
need to use the concealer. The concealer is so good. I have not steered away from
I'm
using
talking
this
about the concealer. Yeah. Oh, but I think my foundation shade's the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have not strayed away from this concealer. Like it's
All
so
right.
good. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm very
it is
excited.
Great. It is great. You mentioned music as a big part of the show, and I think one thing that the internet freaked out about was the use of Sabrina Carpenter, because everyone was like, there are so many songs that they can't get clearance for, but we got Danielle out here dancing to Sabrina Carpenter. And what was that process like? And did you actually have to get Sabrina's approval for that dance?
Yes. So the minute I found out I was doing Dancing with the Stars, the first people I told were Sabrina, Ryder, and Will. And you're not supposed to tell anybody. You literally sign a piece of paper. It's like, I sign away my life. And then I was like, pick up the phone and
So you can't tell anyone.
yeah,
but,
exactly.
yeah.
Well, Ryder and Will for sure needed to know, because it was like coming up with scheduling.
For sure.
I'm going to have to do whatever I can. You guys can you be flexible with me? And Sabrina, I had gone over to her house and I was like, okay, I feel like I'm in a safe space here inside your house. I have something to tell you. And she was so excited. And I was like, so just fair warning, I don't know anything about anything yet, but there's no way I'm not going to dance to one of your songs. And so can we make that happen? She was like, yeah, just let me know. Just let me know. And I was like, okay. And then I was like, because the new album's coming out. I had already heard the new album. So I was like, okay, maybe I can, like, which song can I pick from the new album? And it was like, but the season starts like right after the new album. So it was like, will there be a single? Anyway, it was a
Did you
whole
get to tell
conversation.
the music department, like, don't worry, guys, I got this one?
I did. I said, I will. I've already texted her. Then we talked about it with the music department. And then there was oh, I know what it was. They got it cleared for the band to do it, which I did not know. And then like a few days before TikTok night, they send us the band reference and Pasha goes, oh, we got the band reference. I'm like, we got the what? And he was like, yeah, the band's version of the song. And I was like, oh, I love the band.
Yeah.
The band's incredible.
Yeah.
But like, I want to dance to Sabrina. I want to dance.
I'll just call Sabrina up.
And so then I had to contact the music department, and they have to pay a lot more money for that.
Yeah.
And they at first were like, we don't have the budget. And I was like, okay, cool. Then we just won't use the Sabrina video. And then they were like, okay, well, maybe if you want to text her and see. And so I was like, hi, a new one coming through. And then like within 2 hours, it was cleared.
Oh, that is amazing.
Love it.
So cute. Love the whole story. Love that
it.
you threw in there that you heard the album before it came out.
Yes, I did. When the only way I'm ever able to do that is if I'm physically in front of her.
Yeah.
Because
Well, of course.
can't send anything anywhere. So it's
Cannot
And Sabrina went to she went to the Taylor Swift School of Music as well. So she, you got to keep things on lockdown.
honestly so smart.
Yeah.
So smart, so cute. Danielle, thank you so much for coming here and talking to us. We are so happy that we got to chat with you. Feel like we can talk to you for hours.
Seriously.
And although we were rooting for you on the show, we'll be rooting for you in everything else that you do.
Thank you.
I am, even though you probably don't even want to be on it, I want you to be on Traitors.
You're so cute. Thank you.
You know who's not going to want her to go on Traitors? Her children.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Oh my God, no! Don't
Just
don't
three-
tell them I said that. I don't need them coming for me, please.
My child would be like, Ria's dead. I don't know if you know.
I'm like,
She's
like,
next.
what?
She's next.
It's just to be like Barstool Podcaster dead. No, I'm not even gonna get a name.
She's next. Oh my God.
That's
Thank
amazing.
you so much.
Thank you,
Danielle.
Thank
Danielle.
you.
The only thing we love more than you guys, a yummy, delicious cocktail. And no one serves up real deliciousness like RumHaven. RumHaven is made with real coconut water and no artificial flavors or preservatives for a clean and refreshing taste. If you've been on tour with us these last couple weeks and been to a show, maybe you got to try one of our RumHaven cocktails. They are so delicious. Perfect for a transition into cooler weather if you want to make a nice yummy cocktail with a little maybe cider, cinnamon, because I love a rum punch, which you can have really whenever you want. But transitioning to a nice yummy fall cocktail, you can head to rumhaven.com/chicksintheoffice to learn more.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another game of Beat Ria and Fran. This is game number 197, and we are joined by Mo and Katie. We are super excited. They are from Boston, and we are ready to play. We lost last week's game, but hopefully, we're in the swing of things
hope
now.
so.
Let's
We'll
hope.
see.
Let's cross our fingers. How are you guys feeling?
Feeling good. A little nervous.
It doesn't sound it.
Just hoping to get one right.
Yes. Well,
That's cool.
you got this. All right, we're ready to play. If you
Yes.
guys are ready.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, amazing. It's 15 questions. If you get it right, you get the point. If you get it wrong, the other team can steal the point. Whoever has the most points at the end wins. To determine who goes first, Noah's going to give us a movie. We're going to guess the Rotten Tomatoes critic score of that movie. Whoever's closest will go first, and we will each get our own individual guess. We'll alternate between teams for guesses. So, Noah, what is today's movie?
Today's movie is Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
A classic.
Great movie.
Great movie. Okay, so one of you guys guess first.
Okay, I'll go. I'll go 62.
86.
Ooh. Should I go high? I feel like it's like overall very loved. I don't know. Do 85.
You said 86.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm going to say 78.
86 is the closest. 88.
Ooh.
Nice. It is a great movie. That's 100 in my mind.
Yeah, that's
Perfect.
classic.
Yeah, that
It's
is.
a perfect movie.
That might be on my Rushmore of like rom-coms.
Same.
It's so good.
There was a period of time where I watched that movie every day.
It's one of
Like
Joe's
in high
favorites,
school,
yeah.
I went through a long phase where I just watched it every night.
Remember when I went to Puerto Rico by myself that one time, and I just kept quoting the Jonah Hill where he's like, "Do you want a magazine or
Oh
something?"
yeah,
Like-
yeah.
Okay, question number 1 to Ria and Fran. Shout out Allison in Rigatoni the Pug
Oh,
from
cute.
Reading, Pennsylvania.
Cute.
In Finding Nemo, the sharks have a saying, "Fish are friends, not food," except for one type of fish. Which is it?
Shark bait. Hoo ha ha. Isn't that what they're talking?
Sephora. No, is this the sharks?
Sharks.
Yeah, but shark bait is a type of fish.
This is about the sharks we're talking about? Fish are
Yes.
friends, not food? That's
Yeah.
what the sharks are saying?
Yes.
And then they're saying shark bait. Somebody is shark bait.
Yeah, but
It's-
those are the fish that are in the tank.
10 seconds.
Is it those
They make a joke, except for then they got the
2
accent.
seconds.
Fuck.
All right, time is up.
I got it. It's clownfish. Final
Incorrect.
What do you mean
Mo
clownfish?
and
That's
Katie.
I
literally
said
him.
coral.
Coral.
You're really saying it. It's like,
Is it
fish
like-
are friends, not food.
Is it like
Except for-
dolphins or something? That's kind of intense.
Honestly, I feel like
Is it-
maybe.
I can't think of one type of
Are
fish.
dolphins fish?
Probably not. Or is it like clownfish?
They just said that.
I did just say
Oh.
That
I
was
will
Fran's
say, I will
guess.
say.
I thought you said like crawfish. Okay. So you say
It was because I said coral.
5
Clown at the
seconds.
same time.
Okay.
dolphin. Final answer.
Correct. Okay, 1-0. Mo and Katie. Question number 2. Question number 2 to Mo and Katie. Shout out Maggie from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. What is the first line of the song "This Is Me" from Camp Rock?
I feel like it's like
Quiet.
I'm afraid to tell the world what I have to. That's the second line. Wait. That's the second line.
15 seconds.
Do you know what the beginning
No.
is?
Why am I just thinking of like the second line? Dun, 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 dun. I know the beat.
5 seconds.
Maybe just
Go with
Time
that.
is up.
I don't know.
Go with the second line.
Okay.
I know that's not
So
it.
Ria
Yeah.
Fran.
I always been the
Been
kind of girl that hid my face.
Always been the kind of
Final
girl
answer.
Correct.
hid my face.
Afraid to tell the world.
There you go.
Okay, tied up at 1. Question number 3 to Ria and Fran. Shout out Matt from Jersey.
Oh my God, my husband is
Yeah,
in
is
this.
this from Matt? What year is this? Natasha Bedingfield releases Unwritten. Shrek 2 is the highest grossing film. Ashley Simpson lip syncs on SNL.
2010? No, Unwritten
it's
came
way
out way
earlier-
before
way
that.
earlier than
Sorry,
that, yeah.
my bad. What was the second one?
Shrek 2 is the
Shrek
highest grossing
2.
film of the year.
2006.
Ashley Simpson. 6 feels right. I like 6.
2008?
Ooh.
Shrek 2?
10
When
seconds.
did the first Shrek come out?
No
I
idea.
have no clue.
Let's do 2006. Final answer.
Yeah.
Incorrect.
Damn it.
To Mo and Katie.
I feel like it's around there.
I was gonna say 2005 at first.
I had
And I was
like an
switching to-
iPod, definitely.
Oh.
I remember listening.
Okay, so maybe not 2005.
No, I feel like
You had one in 5th grade?
yeah.
Maybe 2007? Or do you think
Wait,
2005?
what were the other ones? Ashley Simpson.
And
Natasha
Unwritten.
Bedingfield, Shrek 2. 10 seconds.
Maybe 2005.
I feel like yeah.
Okay. 2005. Final.
Incorrect. 2004.
Oh, okay. I
wow.
thought you were. I
yeah.
think I thought you were on it with 2006. I mean 2005.
Trust your gut, friend. I felt it was earlier.
Tied up at 1.
didn't say
I know. I didn't say anything. That's why I'm talking to myself.
Tied up at 1. This is question number 4 to Mo and Katie. Shout out Allie from Rhode Island. Order the following songs from High School Musical 2 as they appear in the movie. Work This Out. You Are the Music in Me. Fabulous.
Fabulous.
This
This
is not
their
a question.
Okay. Sorry.
Shut the fuck up.
I feel like you're the music in me is last.
Last. Work This Out is like when they start the job. And Fabulous is also at the beginning. I feel like those two are close together.
Yeah.
10
I
seconds.
feel like Fabulous is first.
Fabulous. Work this out. You're
You and the Music in Me. Yeah. I feel good about that.
Yeah.
Okay. Fabulous. Work This Out. You Are the Music in Me. Final answer.
Correct.
Good job.
Damn. You heard me say fat.
That did slightly help. My confidence.
Oh, I didn't even hear you say that. I was thinking the same.
2-1, Mo and Katie. Question number 5 to Ria and Fran. Shout out Melissa. In Friends Season 9, how does Phoebe say she got hepatitis?
Wait, is it to us?
This is to Ria and Fran.
Oh.
I don't know.
15 seconds.
I don't know. I have a lot of guesses, but I don't know. I'm gonna say
5. Time is
a bench.
up. Incorrect.
I don't know.
You can get
That
hepatitis
bench.
from a bench?
Yeah.
Listen, Phoebe
That was
doesn't really make a lot of sense a lot of times, so you know.
Yeah.
I feel like you can get it from like an animal. Maybe.
Is it like Ross's monkey?
15
That's definitely
seconds.
not now, but it was like back in her like homeless days. I don't know.
I don't really watch Friends.
5 seconds.
From being homeless.
Incorrect. A pimp spit in her mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that would do it.
Yeah.
Still 2-1, Mo and Katie. This is question number 6 to them. Shout out Ellen and Biz from Philly. There are 2 A-list actors that are both part of the ensemble cast of Valentine's Day and New Year's Eve. Who are they?
It's a very subjective question.
Why?
They're all A-list in my mind.
Think of in Valentine's
There's some
Day.
side characters that aren't going to be part of this question.
Jennifer Garner. Is she in both?
He said actors.
I feel like that could mean women too. Is it female or male?
Actors is all encompassing.
Okay.
I feel like it's probably like
15 seconds.
I don't know. I didn't know there was any overlap, honestly. There's too many people.
5 seconds.
I know there's so many people.
Jennifer Garner.
Time is up.
Like
Zac Efron.
Incorrect.
Jennifer Gardner came to my mind as well.
Valentine's Day. I forget everybody.
Is Taylor
that's
Lautner in New Year's Eve?
No.
Is Zac Efron in Valentine's Day? No. Is Taylor Swift in New Year's Eve?
10 seconds.
Oh, we're talking actors, so. What about guys, girls, women, men?
Time is
We got nothing.
Jennifer Gardner, Jason Sudeikis.
incorrect. Ashton Kutcher, Jessica Biel.
Oh, the repeats.
And then I specified A-list because the guy Hector Elizondo and then this other guy Larry Miller are also in it, but like they have side minor roles.
Forgot Jessica Biel was in.
Ashton Kutcher is stuck in the elevator with Zac Efron.
Yeah.
Okay, 2-1 still. Mo and Katie. Question number 7 to Ria and Fran. Shout out Lainey from Philly. She says, "Go Birds." What was the name of Miley Cyrus's character in the Black Mirror episode she was a part of?
Oh, Ashley.
Oh.
Just Ashley.
Ashley O.
Yeah.
Ashley O.
Yeah.
Final answer.
Correct.
Nice.
Thank God you said the O.
Yeah.
Thank God. Thank God.
Thank God.
I don't know what I would have done.
I don't know. That would have been good. I would have put you in a hard spot.
All right. Tied up at 2. Question number 8 to Mo and Katie. Shout out Rachel from Portland, Maine. Guess the Disney Channel original movie title based on the description. Based on a true story, sisters Courtney and Eric Anders get into junior drag racing, making it all the way to the top, despite pushback from boys in the sport.
Isn't it like something start?
Is this the one with Brie Larson in it?
Fast track? I feel like it's like something.
15 seconds.
I know this movie too. I feel
Same.
like this is so old. Could you repeat it?
Based on a true story, sisters Courtney and Eric Anders get into junior drag racing, making it all the way to the top despite pushback from boys in the sport. 5 seconds.
Racing. Fast track.
Incorrect. To Ria Fran.
Motocross?
Is this motocrossed?
No.
It was my first thought too.
Same. So I think we just go with that.
Yeah. Motocross. Final answer.
Incorrect. Right on Track. 2003. That's
Ooh.
Brie Larson.
You guys were close. Fast track. Right on track.
Right on track. I don't know that movie at all.
Really?
I remember Brie Larson in it, but I guess.
Oh, there was Brie Larson.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because obviously they're driving race cars. I just couldn't think of a single. Yeah.
Yeah, it was super old.
Okay, tied up at 2. Question number 9 to Ria and Fran. Shout out Emily from Michigan. In New Girl, what comedic actor plays the reoccurring role of Schmidt's cousin, Big Schmidt?
Oh,
Says our
This is Ria
question.
and Fran.
Oh, whew. I just opened my mouth.
I
to
so
say.
badly wish you said it. I was like, say it. Is it Rob Riggle?
That's a good guess. What?
I don't remember him in the show at all. I just
Why not?
I just picture him
Comedic
being
guy. Yeah.
Rob Riggle.
Final answer.
Correct.
Oh my God, that was a total guess. He looks
just
like he could
watched
be
the
Schmidt's
episode.
cousin.
Yeah.
Ah, shit.
Well, you and that casting director had the same thought.
Yeah, I guess so. We got an eye for that sort
You're
of
like,
thing.
you know who'd be good in this role? Rob Riggle. Everybody can get strong at Planet Fitness. Their high-value membership supports any fitness journey. So no matter where you are, you can get into a Planet Fitness and get started. There are over 2,700 club locations, with most clubs open 24 hours. They have amazing equipment. It's best-in-class equipment. It's the same high-quality equipment as other more expensive gyms. And you can really get any kind of workout you want. Full workout, strength training, cardio. Maybe you're just getting back into it and you want to take it easy. You just want to like do a little walk on the treadmill. They have you covered. Maybe you want to get into strength training. You can do the all their amazing machines that they have. They have brand new plate-loaded machines, hack squat, supine bench, and calf raises. Plus, their staff is friendly and welcoming. You can also try their unlimited free fitness training. So really, if you want to head into a Planet Fitness, it's so important to stay moving, get your exercise in, feel good about moving your body. And Planet Fitness, no matter what level you are at, you are good to go in a Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet. Join today in club, online, or in the free Planet Fitness app. Hours, amenities, and offers vary by club. Check out planetfitness.com or stop by your local club for more information. You must be 18 years old to enroll or 13 to 17 with a parent/guardian.
All right, 3-2 Ria and Fran. Question number 10 to Mo and Katie. I'm going to play a movie clip, and you tell me what movie it's from.
You know, I gotta be honest with you, I don't know what makes me happier. The smile on a child's face, waking up next to you every morning. I love you.
That's so funny. Jinx. We're really happy.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
We are. But who wouldn't be happy with a girl like this? Look at her. She's got everything. She's got the beauty, the style, the grace.
So sweet to me.
Did you know she was a gymnast in high school?
No, I didn't know that.
Didn't think so.
Yeah. He likes it.
This is us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I don't want to say who it is in case you just give them a hint, but I know the girl. I don't know that movie, but I know the girl's voice.
I feel like they're like fake dating.
Yeah, who would that be?
15 seconds.
I know. It's Reese Witherspoon.
10 seconds.
Does that ring a bell?
No.
What movies is she in? I got nothing.
Same.
Do you have
Time is up.
Okay.
I'm so bad with movies.
Ria and Fran.
I think it's This Means War.
Go for it.
Final answer.
Correct.
Nice.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
It's
I-
Chris Pine,
Chris Pine,
and Reese
yeah.
Witherspoon.
Yeah.
They run into like her ex on the street.
Yes. Yeah.
I love that. I watched that movie a lot. Tom Hardy. Oof.
Okay, 4-2, Ria and Fran. Question number 11 to them. Shout out Molly from Delaware. Name the actress who appears in all of these movies. The Glass Onion, Mother's Day, Something Borrowed.
I mean, some ensemble casts. Glass Onion, Mother's Day. I don't think I ever saw Mother's Day. Something Borrowed.
Is it Kate Hudson in Something Borrowed?
15 seconds.
Yeah.
It's Kate Hudson, I believe.
Yeah.
Kate Hudson.
Final answer.
Correct.
Nice.
I auditioned to play Jason Sudeikis' daughter in Mother's Day.
Oh, shit.
Didn't get it. Clearly.
Yeah. I was gonna say, oh, did you get it? 5-2, Ria and Fran. Question number 12 to Mo and Katie. Shout out Emily from Michigan. What is the name of the fictional film production company in the show The Studio?
Oh, I didn't watch this. Did you?
Yeah. The film production company. Oh, fuck.
I guess it would be it's called The Studio, yeah. But
Like the studio name.
yeah, studio name.
Oh my god, that's gonna bug me.
15
There's a
seconds.
studio in it.
It's like something studios.
5 seconds.
It like sounds like Paramount or something like that. It's like
Time
Yeah.
is up.
I don't have to.
To Ria and Fran.
I was literally thinking, was thinking the same thing. I keep thinking of like,
Does it start with an S?
Paramount.
Silverlight?
Here it's, maybe an S. Hear it.
No, I don't think that was it.
Shit.
I know.
10 seconds.
I'm gonna be pissed when I hear it. Here at, like I'm thinking, here at blah blah blah.
I don't know. I honestly don't even like have an inkling.
Silverlight Studios. Final answer.
Incorrect. Continental Studios.
Continental.
I kept thinking presidential in my mind, and I was like, well, it's obviously would not be presidential studios.
Okay. Question number 13. And this is to Ria and Fran. They're up 5-2. Shout out Allie from Rhode Island. What is the name of the secret society at Yale that Logan is a part of in Gilmore Girls?
Well, I'm just not gonna.
Whatever
know
happened to
these.
you watching this?
I actually turned it on the other night.
Just turned it on there.
I watched like 2 episodes. I was waiting for the weekly watch report.
God, I'm not gonna remember. They do this stupid thing with the umbrellas, and they jump off the edge, and they fly to the ground. Some stupid secret society name.
I'm just not gonna know. You know, I'm gonna have to throw my hands up on this one.
5 seconds.
It's not gonna come to me.
Okay, to Mo and Katie.
Do you know?
Nope.
Yeah, they wear like old timey clothes and like
and they jump off the ledge with the umbrellas.
it's like the first leaders or something, or like, I mean, that's not it, but I also have seen this kind of recently.
Game's on the line. No pressure.
The
5 seconds.
like a society in it.
No, it's something stupid. I keep wanting to say the first responders. The
Time
first
is up.
leaders.
Incorrect.
It's something brigade, right?
Yes,
Yes.
the life and death
The
brigade.
life and death
Yeah.
brigade guide. Yep. Yeah.
And
I didn't want to say brigade in case it gave them a hint because I couldn't remember
I wasn't gonna get
I
it.
couldn't remember the first part of it.
Okay, that secures the victory.
yay!
and Fran.
Sorry, not to brag it in your face.
Congratulations.
Right in your face.
Okay, we got 2 more questions, though. Question number 14 to Mo and Katie. Shout out Libby from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Zac Efron and Miley Cyrus both guest starred on episodes of what Disney Channel animated series?
Animated series. But there's not a lot.
Was it like Phineas and Ferb or something? What else is animated?
I know, I feel like that there's not a lot.
Or like what? I'm trying to think of his voice in something.
I can hear like Miley's in it.
10
I get
seconds.
One.
Yeah, I can't think of
Yeah.
another.
Okay, I'll just
Yeah.
go with that. Okay. Phineas and Ferb. Final answer.
Incorrect.
Oh, I really thought it was. I was nodding my head. I was like, yeah. I really thought it was Phineas and Ferb.
I can't even think of
Disney animated series.
I didn't watch many. I mean, The Proud Family?
TV show?
Yeah.
The Proud Family was so before their time.
That's true.
10 seconds.
The Replacements? No.
Can't
5
think of
seconds.
anything. I can't think of a single.
Time is up.
Just go with the Proud Family. Final answer.
Incorrect. The Replacements.
Oh,
I don't think I ever saw that.
you had it.
Why did you say no so quickly after you said it?
I know she said no so fast afterwards.
I don't know. I just talked myself out of it. I used to love that show.
I don't think I've ever
I've
seen
never
The
heard of that.
Replacements.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I liked The Replacements a lot.
I feel like I can kind of hear the theme song.
I think maybe
Yeah.
if I'm thinking of like the only 3 Disney Channel animated things that
Yeah,
I
there's not
watched
that
was
many.
The
Yeah.
Replacements, Proud Family, and Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah.
I haven't
like
heard
The
of the Proud Family
Replacements?
either.
You've never watched The Proud
I've
Family?
never even heard of it.
What?
Are you serious?
What is that? What is that?
You've never heard of The
Really
Proud
proud?
Family?
That's horrible.
That is
The beginning of Kyla,
honestly
the beginning of
disgraceful.
Kyla Pratt.
Yeah, I've
Sorry,
never heard of
I
this.
didn't mean to jump down your throat like that.
No, but
I'm
honestly,
stunned.
honestly,
The Proud Family
fair.
movie.
No.
So
doesn't ring a
when
bell.
we were joking about Ace on Love Island being like the Peanuts in the Proud Family movie, you had no
You
idea.
had
what we
no
were
idea
talking
what
about.
we're talking about.
Oh my God, I'm stunned.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I'm sorry. I'm just stunned
Yeah,
right now.
I don't know. I'm looking at it now. It doesn't even. Oh, you know what? The main character kind of rings a bell for me now. But
Another fantastic theme song.
Yeah.
The Proud Family, you don't know. Oh my God. Wow.
Crazy.
Or the Replacements. I mean, I could see you not knowing the Replacements more than the Proud Family. But
all right, 5-2, Ria and Fran.
sorry. I just was stunned. But
What?
you guys don't remember these guys? The Replacements? 2006?
Not so much.
I loved this one.
I don't think I watched it, but
Dad,
like it does.
and he was like with the car.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, that kind of. The dad is ringing a bell now.
She's talking about the Replacements.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh, I remember. Oh, Recess. Obviously.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
American Dragon, Jake Long. Sorry, I'm just looking at Disney Channel cartoons. But wow. All right. Dang, I should have said the Replacements.
Yeah, you did. You
Sorry.
did say it.
I did say it, but I should have just like when you turned into the Proud Family, I should have just turned into the Replacements.
Okay, question number 15, and this is to Ria and Fran.
Never hearing of the Proud Family. Oh my God.
Shout out Maddie from Washington D.C. and sorry for saying your name wrong last time.
She made you formally issue
well,
an
she didn't
apology?
say. She just said it's pronounced like Maddie because she spells it Madee. So I'm sure I said like Madee or something.
You probably did.
What is the name of Taylor's? I don't think that's that correct. Why are you spelling it like that?
No, don't take it out on Maddie. It's
No
not her
need
fault
to
her name's
yell
spelled that
right
way.
now.
Yeah.
What is the name?
Just was yelling about the Proud Family.
What is the name of Taylor Swift's perfume released in 2011?
No.
Oh, no. Is this us?
Yeah, it's us.
Oh, it's Wonderstruck.
Oh, nice.
Final answer.
Correct.
Boom.
Ooh, I don't remember that at all.
6-2 final score. Ria and Fran.
Nice.
Shit. I hate,
One more
to,
than I thought we'd get.
I hate to dunk on you guys like that.
You guys doubled up what
Thank
you
God
wanted.
I didn't get that replacement answer.
Wonderstruck.
Oh, man. That was a good game, though, guys. Thank you so much for playing.
Wonderstruck's a good name for a perfume.
It is.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much for making the time. And even though you lost, we will still send you some merch. So
Yes.
send all your addresses, sizes, and we'll get that sent to you guys.
All right. Thank you guys
Thank
so
you.
much.
guys.
Nice meeting you guys.
Bye.
All right, that wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. Thank you so much for watching and listening. We love you guys. We hope you have an amazing weekend, and we'll talk to you on Monday.
Yeah, Chicks in the Office, long-time listener, first-time caller.
Look at the charts, who does it the best? 2 chicks getting paid in reality checks. You can find them at the gym, it's not even